Hello, welcome all. I am RxOliver, and these are my friends, and we're playing Call of Cthulhu. This is Airship of Terror, a one-shot, but written by the one and only Birdie, who is in the game master seat tonight. We have an amazing cast and crew tonight. You'll get to hear from them all in a moment, but just going around your screen clockwise just to introduce them real briefly for a second. You've got me, I'm RxOliver, I'm the producer. I keep forgetting I'm flipped. On the Games Master seat, we have the wonderful Birdie. Thank you for taking up the role of keeper tonight, Birdie.
Hello.
We have returning to the table once more, Dave. As always, Mr. Chris Kidd down there in the bottom right of my screen, and opposite him, Martin. And look who's back, everybody. It's Brutally Honest. Thanks for coming to play, everybody. Buddy, thanks for getting us all together. The stage is yours, my friend.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming to my game, Airship of Terror. So just to set the scene for you, I'm Birdie. I'm going to be your keeper of arcane lore, and we're going to take it back to not the 20s, but the 30s. The year is 1938, and the world teeters on the brink of chaos as the specter of war looms large over Europe and Asia and kind of everywhere. It was called World War for a reason. In the last desperate bid for peace, politicians and diplomats from the Axis and allied parties have convened for a final peace negotiation. I think we can all guess how it didn't go well. But to minimize sabotage, the meeting will be held under the guise of a grand gala aboard a Zeppelin. Everybody loves a Zeppelin. They are the safest things in the world. So the party's going to feature some of the most famous musicians, actors, and performers around the globe. Additionally, rare antiques from around the world will be on display. To further exalt the splendor of this gala, the most exclusive and engineering death-defying aquatic exhibit will be present. Now, in regards to all of you all have been hired by Mr. Mueller, a world-renowned and respected entrepreneur for a mission shrouded in mystery and intrigue. You all have different objectives. Some of them align, some of them don't. Who knows? We'll see. We'll find out. But it's a beautiful day. The Swiss air is crisp. Everybody can see little puffs of breath as they are loading onto the Zeppelin in a neutral territory. A procession of the world's elite are going up a grand staircase to this Zeppelin. There's lots of laughter, a lot of anticipation. Everybody has their little ticket out. All of you, tickets paid for by your patron. Seeing a lot of jewelry, a lot of high fashions, very, very nice. As you were boarding, all of you are professionally and politely patted down by the workers. You see gentlemen wearing red and white attire, that little pillbox hat on there. Just due to the people on this vessel, absolutely no weapons are allowed. So they're doing a very thorough check just to ensure that. So as everybody boards on, Mr. Mueller has made it very clear in his telegram to all of you that his employees are going to be wearing a little red poppy, and he enclosed a pin, a brooch, something for all of you to wear. So the first thing we're going to do is I would like everybody to roll luck, just to see who gets noticed first.
Notice me.
We're rolling luck.
Okay, don't do the extreme successes now. You want to hold on to those until the end, okay?
A nice regular success. There you go.
Okay. All right. So, our visual actually opens up on a miss. You missed it. You had to roll.
Is it my column?
Oh, you're Ernest.
Oh, Ernest. Okay.
Ella, get your brother.
Got it.
Hell no. you're already like at the bar. You're already at the bar. While you're getting your sheet. Hey, that's okay. So actually, the person at the bar is a Miss Maria Carol Burrow. Very gorgeous woman, dropped dead, fantastic gown. Miss Burrow, would you like to say what you're doing right now at the bar?
Yeah, I am kind.
Yeah, Brew, you're Ella. Or and you're Maria.
All right, just make sure I think. Okay,
Yeah,
Step
sure.
back. I'm the head female now. Okay.
I need the sassy one.
You're the alternate female. Okay, that is you get a T-shirt. Alternate. So I am playing the gorgeous Marie Carol Burrow, who is a very beautiful mixed-raced babe, basically, with really big hair, which I love. And she is pretending, well, she looks coy. She's pretending to look coyly at her martini, but also trying to quickly look above to see so she can see everyone around, but it looks like she's being coy and demure, which she is, but she's also checking the place out.
Well, despite the gaggle of men around you offering to buy you a drink to light your cigarette, you notice a gentleman kind of walk by a bit briskly that has a red poppy on his lapel. Mr. Archibald Walters, can you please describe yourself?
Yes, Archibald Walters, for all intents and purposes, he's an archaeologist, but he is not an archaeologist. He's obviously there as part of this group, but he believes something a bit deeper going on than what he's been told, so he's very suspicious of everybody, especially Mr. Mueller.
So, Mr. Walters, you do not notice this, but Miss Burrow, you have clocked him in his red poppy. Is there anything you'd like to do in this moment?
Was that me? Oh, sorry, I didn't know. I know. Okay. Yeah, I want to go up to him, and you said is it a real poppy? A real poppy? Or like
No,
just
it's a enamel pin.
Do I have a poppy somewhere as well?
You have a ruby brooch that's in the shape of a poppy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to him and say something spy-like. I'll be like, "You don't get many poppies blooming at this time of the year." That's what she says.
I've got to come back with something for that. But when they bloom as beautiful as you.
Oh, I mean, I guess she's heard all the lines before, but she says, she says, very charming.
Would you like a drink?
You mean buy me a drink now?
I think you need to roll me charisma. You need to roll me charisma to see if I'll let you buy me a drink.
Well, if that's what I need to do.
Yeah.
As you're having this back and forth, Maria, you see another figure go by, a woman, not as chicly dressed, but still very nicely dressed for the occasion. Blonde hair, also wearing a poppy enamel brooch. Miss Ella, you are a little bit lost in the crowd right now. It's a sea of people, sea of lights. It's very beautiful. So you don't realize that you've already been clocked. I'm going to say right now, Miss Ella, you're busy looking for your brother, who you have completely lost in this crowd. And who you cannot trust amongst so many important people. But Maria, what do you do when you see another person go by with a poppy?
Not me again.
Oh, you have the eye.
I do have. Apparently, I have the eye. I dump my drink out. In a, not like on the floor, like I'm not an animal. Like in a potted plant, and then ask Dave's character. Said, "Do you know what? I just lost my drink." And I'm gonna head over to the other female.
Dave, do you follow?
Not straight away. I think I'll hang back, put my drink down, and then I'll follow, but a few people behind, sort of thing.
Okay, stay a little bit separated.
Yeah.
Okay. Ella, a woman comes up to you. Very, very well dressed, someone you do not recognize, and she just walks straight up to you with a lot of confidence. How you feeling about that?
I mean, I know that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And I see a lot of value in older, dustier things, and so I know she's bound to be old and dusty one day. It's just a momentary confidence, I think, that she exudes, and I'll meet her confidence. Hello?
Yeah, she's like, oh, you wouldn't have a light, would you? It's like,
No, I don't
these
smoke.
you don't, but everyone smokes, darling. I mean, we're on the safest ship alive. Everyone should smoke high up in the air.
Smoking gives you wrinkles.
Oh, I mean, no, that's for poor people. That's so sweet.
I'm looking for my brother right now. Would you excuse me?
I guess.
And then Ella, as you turned to walk away, you realized she was wearing a poppy brooch. And the letter from Mr. Mueller said that there would be people there to help you with that poppy brooch.
Wait,
Um,
are you here to help me find my brother? And to find some other items of interest?
I mean, I do have a lot of people's brothers, well, all family members trying to find me, being honest. You've not got a father on board, have you?
Martin, go ahead and roll me intelligence. This is just a memory check.
Okay.
Well, I think of someplace fun for Ernest to be at.
Oh, did it come through?
I don't see it yet.
Hold on, let me roll again, just in case it's being delayed. Oh, no.
Fine.
Yeah!
Extreme
Ooh.
success.
Very nice.
So I
as you're
have
having-
so I
Oh,
know
you-
her. So I know her father.
You don't know this lady at all. But you do recognize somebody walking behind her, also going up to various people. He looks to be Italian, very well mannered, very nice Italian suit, and you immediately clock him as Di Solano, who you've never worked with him. You've had competing business against him, that you always won. But unfortunately, to your horror, you see as he goes to turn to look at a lovely lady passing by, you see a red poppy on his suit jacket. And I'm going to say, Di Solano, as you are looking at the lovely ladies around you, you catch the eye of a woman that you've seen before, slightly afraid of, as she is usually hired to make problems go away or to help get things from certain people. And you've come up across her before and you politely backed down because you're a gentleman. As you look over and see Miss Burrow staring at you.
I'll look at her and smile politely and say, ciao bella, buongiorno, Miss Burrow. How nice to see you here. Of course, I wouldn't expect any less. Only the best for something like this. How are you this fine evening?
He gives like the biggest grin, and if you didn't know her, you'd think, God, she's like really likes this person, but she's basically showing her full teeth like a wild animal would. So she gives the biggest smile you can, and she's like, "Oh, a pleasure, of course, for you to be here again with your keen skills, and you brought your sister. That's very quaint."
I don't have a sister.
Oh,
Well, you think you may have mistaken me for someone else, my dear?
maybe.
I think maybe you're thinking of someone else entirely,
No.
who has a sister who is someone who's over there.
That extreme success on intelligence is quickly fading.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
didn't
Him
last
on
long,
his
did it?
toes. Hey, you guys don't know the
Just
mind of
check it.
Maria Burrow.
She is just making sure that you
I
know
have-
he's not your brother.
I have no sisters. I know many people's sisters, of course, but I don't have one myself.
So, well, since we're going to talk about brothers, we're going to just do a quick detour as this conversation is going on. And the group in itself is making good headway finding each other, with the exception of one Mr. Ernest Bauer. Chris, where do you think you would have gotten swept off to in this huge zeppelin.
Oh, Birdie, turn the music up a little,
Um,
tiny little bit, please.
Yeah, not a problem.
Thank you.
I'm confused by the word swapped off. What do you mean? Like, have I like fallen over and like am I falling out of the
no, it's just
it's like fucking someone went past like Indiana Jones style and went, you know,
No.
no ticket.
Come
you
with me
know?
if you want to live.
pulled you out a window. No. It's this is probably one of the most hoity-toity events that you've ever been to. Probably the most wealth you've seen in one area. And for someone who has an eye for rare and valuable things, you did not notice that you got separated from your sister. So where do you think you would find yourself right now on this vessel?
So I'd probably be sat in the corner reading the newspaper and taking big draws on my pipe, and occasionally tapping it off my knee to flick the ash onto the floor because I don't like zeppelins and I think that we all need to die.
Noted. One of the staff members comes by and then just sweeps up your ash as you put it on the floor and just quietly walks away. We're going to say, with that failed look, it's going to take the group about 30 minutes to figure out where Ernest went, as you see him just sitting very quietly in the corner. But now the entire gang is together. And what would you all like to do? People are still coming aboard the Zeppelin. It's your understanding that this entire cruise is technically a week long. However, you are only booked passage for 1 day. The vessel is flying to another town where it will land. The 1-day trippers will hop off. And then it will continue on with its party. So, what would you guys like to do?
And we're here for the first day of the trip. So where are we flying from and to?
I'm sorry?
Where are we flying from and to then?
So you're going to... I didn't practice my pronunciations beforehand, but Isovad?
Are we in Europe?
So you're in yes, you're in Sweden.
Sweden.
You're in neutral territory.
Okay.
So you're just kind of going through the Alps essentially. It's a very
Beautiful.
scenic view.
Beautiful, yeah.
And due to that, you guys are going to be the only vessel in the sky at this time. You have the whole mountain range to yourself.
Amazing.
Well, you and like 500 other people aboard this vessel, but yes.
We're still parked just now though, right? We've not...
You have not taken off yet.
So
you know that boarding's going to take another like 30 minutes.
I'll certainly be taking a trip to the bar. I wouldn't want to get left behind on the drinking, of course.
There's 5 bars on this main level.
What looks like... Which one looks like they've got the most proficient barman? I want to get the best Negroni I can here.
Ooh, they're all very, very well stocked. So.
Do any of the barmen look Italian?
Yes, there is. Like one bar does specialize in wine. One bar specializes in like Asian spirits. But you see a couple well recognizable labels.
I would like a cocktail. I'm looking for a Negroni, made by an Italian man.
Yeah, you walk up. You know, you ask for a Negroni in Italian.
Luigi, I'm making a pizza and a cocktail.
Mamma mia, Chris.
Yeah. Chris is the bartender. So Chris, if you could please make that Negroni for him.
You've got me.
Right away, coming for your shop. Yeah, I like to make a mama next to the Negrini. La 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 la.
You get a song and a dance. All right, Tisolano, he gives you your drink. You do not have to pay for it because everything is already paid for on this trip.
Excellent.
All food and drink is free.
I will light a very expensive cigar also. Superb.
Not a problem.
And eat some canapes as well also.
Not an issue at all.
I do not recommend eating the very chilly, hotty ones because they make you fat.
I'll stay away from the spicy prawns. I'll lay off the spicy prawns. Thanks for that, Luigi.
Are we all in the same vicinity? Did you say?
Yes.
Yeah,
You guys
so
have all clocked each other at this point in time. You've all acknowledged the poppies.
Luigi the
gonna
barman. Luigi the barman
bar.
for best character so far. Absolutely superb, Chris.
Oh, Luigi's making
it's
out
hard
here
to top
alive.
that, isn't it?
Luigi's making out alive.
I'm gonna go to the bar as well and introduce myself to fellow poppy wearer. Is it Giorgio?
Giorgio, yes.
Giorgio, Archibald, pleased to meet you.
No, the pleasure is all mine. Archibald.
I will order I'll have what he's having.
Oh, I'll have.
Not literally though.
Another Negrini. Yes, make shake it.
Duo. I said duo. No, that's Spanish. I don't know the Italian numbers actually. Two.
You're Italian and very rusty. You need to go back home and country make more pizza.
Yeah. Mamma mia, you're right. I do. Thank you, Luigi.
Ella, you find your brother sitting silently in the corner.
Grazie,
You know
Luigi,
where the rest of the
grazie.
group is, but
Could have fooled me. I thought he was behind the bar.
doppelgangers just exist everywhere.
I will drag him over to the bar. We need to mingle right now, Ernest. Get some information.
For me, no wait, hold on. Hold on, let me mute for a second so I
Switch
can get my
countries, different
accent right.
accents.
Yeah.
That was Russia. That was Russia.
What a wonderful day it is.
Back over here. Back over here. That was Russia.
Chris is going to take us around the globe, everybody. Give him a second.
He does. It's gonna be
Ernest,
fun.
what are you doing over here? We need to go to the bar.
Fräulein, yes, we will go to the bar. I went fucking everywhere with that
No, it
accent.
wasn't too
Sweet.
bad, Chris. It wasn't too bad, actually,
It's
mate.
good.
You started off with Fräulein and it was good, and then everything.
Fräulein, mein Krankenwagen ist kaputt in the left Krankenblinker.
Yeah.
I just said that my ambulance is broken.
That's more
Ella,
German than
whatever
I know,
that means
Chris.
for you, that's what that means for you. Whatever brother or sister code you have, there you go.
Well done, Chris. That's more German than I know. 100%.
Okay. So let's go to the bar. Get you a drink.
The bar is yes. My English no good. My Polish better.
2 martinis, please. All right, now you gotta switch to the Italian bartender and give me the martini.
Martini, you like a martini? I remember a man I know. His name was Martini.
I will point out the majority of you can speak English.
Oh, it's less fun.
I know, but
Mamma mia.
as you all are getting settled, anybody who wants can make a spot hidden or make a listen roll. Anything you think your character would be doing right now.
I'll certainly be looking around. I'm going to make a spot hidden and a listen, I would say so.
Yeah. So you don't have to ask me if you want to do a skill. Just let me know what you're doing.
Ooh, get in.
If you fumble now before we get further into this.
Mine didn't come through.
I'm nothing but winning.
Remind me what's a fumble?
Oh.
Is it double?
No fumbles.
Hey.
96,
Oh!
96 or more if your skill's 50 or less,
Okay.
and it's 100 if it's higher.
Yes, and the roll 20 will clock it for you.
Oh, mine
Right,
did
so
come.
we have-
Mine did come through. I got a failure. I got 2 failures.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't
okay.
roll. That was a spot hidden. I didn't roll listen yet. Hang on.
You can still roll your listen. For those of you that succeeded on your spot hidden, it is a lot of people aboard here. In addition to the staff and then the patrons that are coming on board, easily 500, 550 individuals aboard this vessel. The vessel itself is probably one of the largest zeppelins that you've seen. That being said, despite the number of people, you still recognize a good number of people, prime ministers, dignitaries, some very influential politicians, people that you wouldn't normally see all together in one spot. To the world, this is just a really rich party that's going on during a really horrible time. But as you're looking around and you're seeing all of these different people of political importance, you're realizing that something much more significant is going on here. And it suddenly clicks why there's absolutely no weapons allowed. Let me see here. I gotta listen.
I launch my lesson.
I got a success on the lesson.
Di Solano, you're keeping an ear out. And you hear some other things. I guess I get those fumbles out now.
Ooh, that's a fumble.
Di Solano, you have your ear out. You're looking at the bartender, but you are just listening right now. And you're capturing a lot of different things, and you hear a couple of phrases that you understand, and you suddenly realize you're not the only quote-unquote art dealer here. You hear some distinct voices that you know are with the Italian mob. You're not on the best terms with the Italian mob, but now you know that some of their members are aboard this vessel.
Okay. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay. So I'm not on good terms with the Italian mob. I guess I must have ripped them off or something back in the day. Or
One of the lead guys, you slept with his girl.
Yeah, that tends
more
to
than once.
That tends to happen. That'll do it as well, yeah.
So the first time they could forgive, but after the sixth time, it's kind of like you gotta die.
Listen, I tried to stop sleeping with other men's wives, but Mama didn't raise no quitter. Mamma mia!
Archibald, as you're sitting there and you're keeping an ear out, it's very rough for you. Being in an area with so many different languages, where you come from, you don't really hear anything else in English. You're picking up some phrases you think. You hear a very distinct voice say something in German, and you're kind of like, oh, it's really close. And then you realize somebody's actually talking to you right now in German, and you turn. You see a very well-dressed gentleman in a tuxedo looking at you, very friendly face. And he's holding a glass, and he looks at you, and he repeats what he said before.
I've got no idea. I don't.
Get that on the Scheißen. Get out.
I know what that means. I'll just nod and smile for the time being. If he's speaking to me in German, I've got no way to tell him that I don't know German. I don't speak German, so I'll just nod and smile.
I didn't check.
He smiles, and he starts to say something else, and then he pauses and he kind of stares at you.
I'm gonna.
If I see him struggling, I can go and translate for him.
Well, I've got to figure out a way to do this without upsetting the guy, so I'm going to accidentally spill my drink and say, "Oh, I'm sorry," and get a napkin and start wiping it up so he doesn't think I'm ignoring him.
Oh no, he gets a napkin, he helps you out, and now he switches over to very clear English.
Excellent.
Oh, no problem, friend. I was just remarking, it's a lovely pin that you have.
Yes, thank you very much. It's a family heirloom.
Oh, American?
Yes, although I sound English.
Just trying out an accent.
I was raised by an English mother.
What are you doing here at the party?
I received an invite because I'm from the archaeological world, so I'm an archaeologist. I got an invite to this event, and I'm not one to turn down a free party, so here I am.
And if you want, you can roll a psychology. How much would Walters follow the war?
Oh, what? Sorry.
How closely would Walters follow the war?
He'd have an interest, I think. He's got an interest in what's going on. He's interested in what's going on and where the axis of power lies and that sort of thing.
So I'm going to say, so with the psychology, this guy seems really, really nice to you so far. You don't think you've offended him in any manner. The conversation seems to be going smoothly. As you're talking to him, it kind of, you suddenly remember poppies are also a symbol of like fallen soldiers.
Yes.
And it's a well-known icon that's used in Germany. It suddenly pops into your head as you're having this conversation with him. You're like, oh, that might be why he asked about the poppy.
Okay.
But he continues. He introduces himself. His name is Gregor Wagner. Gregor Wagner. He, like you, is just here for the party. He had a friend that got an extra ticket, so he's just looking for normal people to talk to.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Wagner. And I'll reach out and obviously shake his hand and yeah.
You shake his hand and you immediately clock one of his rings. Has a swastika on it.
Okay.
And he gives you a smile, raises a glass, and you see he kind of walks off, just like kind of like looking around for the next person to talk to.
Interesting.
All right. And with that, over the system comes the captain's voice. He says that they will be taking off momentarily for everybody to please find a nice place to watch the takeoff. A lot of the people rush to the window so they can see the ground rushing away. Well, not really rushing. The Zeppelin is not the fastest thing when it takes off. The Zeppelin gracefully rises into the air. A lot of people are clapping. You see people toasting before the captain's voice comes back on and states, today's trip should take about 6 hours for them to get to Iselwald. Dinner is going to be starting in about an hour. He makes sure that everybody understands what the servants look like. That way you can ask for whatever you need. And he just wants everybody to have a good time. He says that there's going to be some music and whatnot. He notes a couple of famous people aboard the vessel, and he encourages people to go find them. So famous actresses and actors and singers, and you see people start to look around. At one point he mentions Shirley Temple, and you see people looking down for a small child. And then he bids everybody a good flight, and you are officially started. 6 hours until you land in Iselwald.
So there's real famous people on this flight, as well as real powerful people, politicians. There's also really famous movie stars and stuff. Oh, very cool.
Who's who of
absolutely
back then.
Absolutely. You now that he said that, you start to see people walking around with crowds around them. You're just like, oh, I recognize that actress. It's like, oh, I recognize that movie star. And they're kind of going through clearly, doing meet and greets throughout the crowd.
I think maybe now and again when I recognize a certain actress, I'm like, hoping she doesn't see me, recognize me.
A couple Italian actresses where you just full on turn around. But as it's going, hors d'oeuvres are being passed around. A lot of fun. After about another 20 minutes, the captain comes back online and he lets you know that the galleries are now open for you to peruse. And they explain the Zeppelin set up very oddly. When you came on, it was not actually at the lowest level. You walked on at the highest level, which is kind of backwards. But the reason for that is the lower 3 floors are galleries containing all types of treasures and aquariums. They're now open for you to go ahead and peruse through there. Ella and Ernest, you know that whatever you need, it's going to be in that area somewhere.
I will take my martini and my brother and start heading towards stairs.
Aquariums in the sky is just so opulent. That's so extravagant. I love it.
There was a whole protest against this entire vessel from people who were not doing well with the war.
Flying deep sea world. I love it. I will also start heading for the gallery. Would take my drink with me. Get a fresh one.
Yep.
Do you stay with the Bauer siblings, or do you go off on your own?
I will give Luigi, that awesome barman, a generous tip first, and then I will go with the German siblings. Yes.
Okay. So Chris, Oliver is gonna Venmo you $20. There you go. I'll let you guys do it later.
I'm gonna go and find Maria, and I'm gonna just as I'm going to make my way to the same down to the galleries, but I'm just going to ask her quietly about if she knows Gregor Wagner, just out of curiosity, or if she heard any of the conversation, because I'm curious who that guy was. And then ask if she would like to accompany me down to the galleries.
You can give an intelligence roll.
Okay.
So, unless it's about a specific event, I use intelligence for memory.
What's Maria's appearance score, Martin? How much of a babe is she? Is she like a total babe, like a
Do you
like
not see her picture? She hot.
Yeah, she's hot. She's a 70, so she's pretty hot.
I did not see the picture. Show me the picture. Where's the picture?
She's very hot.
It's in roll 20.
Oh, is she up here? Is she?
Ooh, no. Didn't do well on the intelligence though.
It's okay. He says this name. You're not terribly sure. That just simply means that you've never had to work around this person or work in that person's circles. So, unfortunately, you have nothing to tell him other than sounds German.
I mean, I might be a bit reserved around certain accents. That's all she's saying.
Right.
But
so
I will allow him to escort me downstairs, but I also want to ask him. I was like, we're here to work as a team. It's like clear you've got skills looking for a certain object if you're an archaeologist. Right? He's an archaeologist. I'm not getting everyone mixed up, right?
No, I am an archaeologist.
Yeah.
As far as you know, yeah. Yes, I agree, but I like to get to know who I'm working with most of the time and what their ulterior motives are, if any. So forgive me if I seem cynical, but that's just the nature of how I am.
Oh, well, I'm just a debutante girl looking for parties, I'm just here to help you guys socially, because some of them, I think one of them's got a split personality. I saw one of the German brother speaking really bad Italian at the bar for a bit. I think maybe you should be careful.
I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you for the warning.
Yep.
Now, to get to the lower levels, you do go into a stairwell. It has a bit of a twist to it, so you can't see around the bend as you're going down the stairwell. So you keep passing new faces. Do you just want to take it one level at a time, or do you want to do something more specific?
I want to slowly see what's. Do we get to see pass? If you pass one, do you see what's on it, and then, or would you have to, like?
You have to keep going down the stairs.
Yeah, if you have to keep going, you'll not see. Right? Okay, so.
Yes, it's very easy to just be right around the curve and not see someone.
I'll wait and see what the German brother and sister do. If they go to the first one, I'll go in the first one. If they go all the way to the bottom, I'll go all the way to the bottom.
Okay. German brother and sister, what would you like to do?
Ernest, do you have a preference?
Yes, I once remember a fucking accent's completely out the window.
You're doing so good, commit!
I'm assuming that the bottom one is the grand finale, like the biggest thing, eh? You'd rather see that last, probably.
Well, this will fucking soon tell you, because Ernest has a plan. He always carries his coin on him, and he got a 1, so that means
That's
we're going to the first one.
That's
I was
impressive.
going to say, yeah, why did you... What?
That's German engineering, eh? A 4-sided coin.
One or two, you know what I mean? It 4 divides by 2, and doing #/
I know what you're doing.
I'm not writing code. You fucking you guys write the code. I'll just do the.
Are you spinning your swastika to see which part of it lands on?
Oh, it's a little early for that, kid.
That's a bit early for that, yeah, Martin.
only 1930s.
We already know there's some Nazis on the plane. It's not like it's just,
Alright.
Oh well, no, only one of us knows there's Nazis on the plane. The rest of us don't know that. Who was it that saw that guy's ring? It was you, Archibald.
At this point now, though, I'm assuming And it's just the Nazi party. Obviously, the World War II's not erupted just
It's
yet.
1938, yeah, so we're not
No,
at
they're
war.
still-
with
they're
them
still
yet.
on the
fighting.
brink. Yeah.
We're still fighting. The U.S. just hasn't entered the picture fully yet. So the person that fumbled was the one that met the Nazi. So, Chris, what does your coin tell you to do?
The lowest floor, because it's 1 and I count 1, 2, 3.
That's the lowest number, yeah.
Yeah.
Sound
So the
logic.
lowest floor.
I love it.
I will follow them.
So you all begin to go down to the lowest floor. You pass the opening to the other 2 floors, and you can see a lot of stuff going on in there. For my siblings, you do not have to roll for this. This is your profession. You see a lot of artifacts that you know for a fact came from museums. How they were loaned out here is a bit beyond you. The Bowers, go ahead and give me spot hidden just to see how well you can see into those rooms. Di Solano, there's millions of dollars worth in all of these items here.
And collect it, yeah, and
Ella, put your
precious
glasses back
artwork
on.
and only 8%.
And Ernst, go ahead and give us a spot hidden just to see how well you can see into those rooms. We're getting there. Just working on it. Woo. We're gonna take the first one. We're gonna take that first one, that hard success. All right. So you're just peeking in as you're going. You're honoring the coin, and you distinctly see that there are certain pieces that are inside the actual aquariums. You don't know what type of water is in those aquariums, but you definitely know that a lot of these things should never be exposed to water, and it hurts your heart a lot. So that being said, you continue all the way down to the lowest level, to a floor that's not as brightly lit as the other 2s, but then you see why. The other 2, they had Grecian, Egyptian, Mayan, all the nice sparkly items that you more classically see in most museums. This lowest level, this has the oldest items. You're seeing Nordic shields, you're seeing African masks, you're seeing things from the Bronze Age. Anybody who wants can give an appraisal roll.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
There we go.
And at this time, I'm going to need everybody to also give me another luck roll.
Okay, that's a fail on the appraise.
I love that. I love that Archibald did an appraisal roll.
Success on the luck.
Oh, there we go.
That's
Lucky,
mad.
lucky
This
ducks.
fish on an airship is just blowing my mind. Like,
Lucky ducks. All right. So Ella, you're clocking. None of these are recreations. These are like real antiques. And once again, you can see some of them are like in the actual aquarium, which is horrifying for you. What's also interesting is most of these aquariums go from floor to ceiling, so you don't even know how they put them in there. So you can't pluck them out, unfortunately, but you're looking at some of these things and you're like, this is never going to recover. Not from this water damage.
yeah, that's strange.
Hey man, the rich people do what they want to do. But as you're moving through, Miss Ella, you just happen to accidentally bump into a gentleman who kind of stopped very quickly in front of you. And he turns around to apologize for his sudden stop. Very handsome man. But he sees you and he smiles, and then something crosses his face. Go ahead and give me psychology.
Me?
Yeah, you.
You sure?
You're meeting people. Hard success. You run a museum with your brother. You're the most sociable of the 2, so you do a lot of meet and greets, you speak a lot, you give tours. So you've seen a lot of people across Germany, across the world coming through your museum. And you know the expression of like, oh no, this person remembers me. I don't know who this person is. And you see this guy definitely looks like he remembers you. As his face suddenly lights up and he gives a small bow and greets you and asks how you're doing in German.
I will mutter under my breath, Scheiße. Hello.
I know that word.
I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing very good. I'm so happy to see. Of course, you would be here. And then he looks around and he clocks your brother with your brother as well. Did you provide any of the things? Yeah. You see Caesar's brother. Ernest, you don't recognize this guy. But he's asking like, did you contribute to any of the pieces here?
No, nothing here. Not that I see.
If you want, you can give an intelligence to see if you can try to figure out who this person is as he continues to talk, to see if maybe your memory gets jogged. But he is now taking up a position alongside you. He is clearly indicating that he's going to be walking with you for a hot second.
Damn it.
And now you do suddenly remember. Your museum, it focuses mainly on history, antiques, things of that nature. So it's been a bit spared from the political state within the country. That being said, you still had members of the reigning political party come through your museum asking about certain things, certain relics that, you know, the mythology of the relic is that it has magic attached to it. And they were coming to see if they could take those relics. You were able to kind of convince them, no magic with these wives' tales. You've researched them, you've studied them. And so they said, okay, and left. But now you do recognize this individual. Gregor Wagner. You remember he was an officer that was escorting the group that went to your museum. You got the impression that he was like their bodyguard or babysitter, one of the two. He was very pleasant the entire time, but you were very happy when he left.
Wagner, how have you been?
Oh, you know, staying busy.
And the kinders? How are the little kinders?
Oh, they're doing great. And he's going to start talking about how great his kids are doing. His son's joined a club for young men. His daughter's doing great. I'm trying so hard not to say certain words right now. But and the more he's talking, you do remember I don't know. I didn't practice saying these words, but you do remember that he is more closely aligned with the Annen Erber, it's a little research organization that looks specifically for magic stuff. It's one of the reasons why I left such an impression, because they really just wanted magical things. They think that it can truly help them win the war. But he's talking to you now. Because he is talking to you, you don't have the ability to look very closely at items. So he's going to keep talking. Go ahead and roll me a 1d4. Let's see how long he talks to you. He's going to talk to you 20 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
You're a social person. You have a nice face. You have a friendly face. You have a Care Bear face. Now, the rest of the party, you see this gentleman just start talking with Miss Ella Bauer, and she's talking back to him. With the exception of Ernest, unless you speak German, you have no idea what they're saying. Ella, do you do anything to signal to the group that you're trapped in a conversation that you don't want to be in?
No, I might just like kind of do like this, like a look around, kind of don't worry about me. I'll keep somebody occupied so you guys can get a closer look.
All right.
I'm gonna make a spot hidden because I was quite close to them. I just want to see if I notice that's happening. That she's been sucked into a conversation she doesn't want to be in.
Go for it. Do a spot hidden and then do a psychology roll for me.
failed the spot hidden. Do you still want the psychology?
Mhm.
Okie dokie. Where is it? OP. Psychology. Success on that.
So you don't glean anything specific from the gentleman that's there because of that failed spot hidden, but you can see from Ella's body language that she's in a conversation that she doesn't really want to be in, and she's being polite.
I will walk up to Ella and the German gentleman and be like, it's yourself. I recognize you. You were talking to another friend of mine earlier. And I'll put my hand on the man's shoulder and start walking him away from Ella.
Give me a persuade.
Going on like I know him, like, kind of deal. Like, so he's going to
Persuade or fast talk? Persuade or fast talk?
My persuade is 42. What's my fast talk? 55. Check me out.
Yes.
There we go. And
Giorgio. Wagner's son is in the club.
Oh, lovely.
You come up very confident and then just start talking to him. You're talking to him so confidently that you can see on his face he's just like, shit, I'm supposed to know this person.
That's the plan.
As he changes his focus to you, but he kind of maintains where he is in relation to Ella. So you start to pull him away, and he holds his ground a little bit. Do you want to press that?
No, not so much, because he's not doing anything dangerous at the moment. He now knows that I'm on to him, I think, maybe. So I think I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
I'll continue to talk to him and Ella at the same time and not make a big deal out of it.
So at one point he is going to say, I'm so sorry. Where do I know you from?
Oh, I don't even remember. It was something else. Another one of these parties, no doubt. It's where I meet everyone. I'm sure. I don't remember a face. Names, I'm not so good with. Names, terrible. I'm sorry, but yes, a face. I never forget a face. And yours is such a handsome one. No one would forget that face.
You see, he's frowning, and then he says, "Are you a member of Mussolini's cabinet?"
Can I step in at this point?
Sure.
I'm going to step in because obviously I've met Mr. Wagner earlier on. And I'm going to pretend that good to see you down here. Shake his hand again. I see you've met my friend Giorgio, or you're speaking to my friend Giorgio. So I'm going to now interject myself into the conversation to stop any awkwardness.
Did you say Mr. Wagner when you came in? When you came in just now? Did you say Wagner? Did you say his name?
Yeah, I'll say Gregor. Good to meet you again, Mr. Wagner.
I'll be like, Archie, there you are. Archie, old boy, do you remember where it is we know old Wagner from? I can't seem to put my finger on which one of the parties it was. So many of them.
There was so many, but we saw him upstairs. And it's
Wagner,
I was trying to drag him out of the conversation from you because he's obviously clocked on that he doesn't know you. So, but yeah, I'll. Do I need to roll anything for that?
So when Archibald's trying to charm him, can I then place my hand on Ella's shoulder and then turn Ella in the other direction so the two of us can start walking away from Wagner as he's distracted by him? This exhibit here, blah 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 blah.
Let's say that failed charm roll, he's going to notice that you're leading Ella away. Martin, is there anything Maria wants to do? She's watching the men attempt to
absolutely fail
get Ella away from this guy and not doing a good job.
I think it's hilarious, but Maria's not an idiot. She knows she's got a time limit. So you said it's going to take about 20 minutes to get rid of this guy. So I'm going to kind of grab Ernest because he knows about smart stuff. So she's going to see if she can get I don't know, a magazine of all the exhibits and try and quickly flick through it and show him. She's like, come on, we've both got a job. Where is it? What are we looking for? And she's gonna show him the magazine and see if he'll look at it and assess some of the exhibits quickly.
Yep.
What
You have
am
a
I
pamphlet.
doing in this? Am I holding it for
She
him
needs your
to read?
smarts. She needs your smarts, Chris.
Look at the pictures and tell me what we're looking for. You don't even have to read. Just look at the pictures. Because you're good at
Oh,
art stuff, right? You're good at, like, history stuff.
Well, Ernest, you do have to read. Unfortunately, though, it's not as helpful as it could be, as it's just kind of listing the like general eras that these artifacts are from. So it's just like Bronze Age, Nordic, pre whatever year. It's just giving you generals. But that does help you a little bit because you know the description of the item, and you know it doesn't fit with the other floors. So if you like, you can go ahead and give me appraisal. Is that the skill I gave you? Yes, appraisal.
Oh, very nice, Chris.
Right. So Chris, you're looking down at this pamphlet and you're kind of like, this is a bit unhelpful. And you look up and you're looking at the items that are down here. What you're looking for, it's a box or a case of some sort. The way Mr. Mueller described it to you was very unusual because he knows that you are fantastic at your job and he can be incredibly specific. He was oddly vague when he was describing this. He says, it's about maybe like 30 by 70 centimeters. He says it's made of metal. It looks like iron, but it's lighter than iron. And it has red stones going over the top. He didn't tell you if they were precious stones or rubies. He just said red stones. And then he said that there are going to be sigils inlaid on the top and the sides of the box. And he made sure you understood that you would not be able to read them or recognize them. And he apologized for not being able to tell you more. You asked about his origin and whatnot. He couldn't give you any answers about that.
Yes. I remember the story of the Pandora's box. The mysterious box with symbols and the dog. One French now. Fuck! I hate this. Why is it so hard? Oh, just be German. Just be.
Maria's like, are you marking my New Orleans dialect with your mixed French German accent?
Fräulein, I have traveled the world very, very, many times, so I am very good and very efficient. Now I'm from Austria.
Sick with my body.
Austria is a little bit closer to Germany, so we stick with this one. But I'm very old. Oh.
Give me your motorcycle.
But she's gonna try and lure him away because she wants his help. Obviously, she wants everyone else, but if they're busy, she's like,
So did my appraisal like allow me to like see that we're in the right place, or
yes,
have I identified like a certain section? Like, have I narrowed the entire thing, or I'm like, oh no, this must be the floor? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you definitely figured out that this is the floor you're supposed to be on. With what he's describing, maybe Nordic, maybe Iron Age, but definitely doesn't match the cultures that are on the other two floors. So you feel very confident that you went to the right floor.
And we're supposed to steal this thing, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
It belongs in a museum. I tried to say that with a German accent.
I love stealing, by the way. It's great fun.
It's not stealing. It's liberating the item.
Technically, it belongs in a private collection, but
in a museum.
This isn't going up for auction. This is an exhibit of some guy's stuff, right?
Yes, the way that this was advertised was these pieces were lent by museums by private donors. That's how it was advertised.
And they all happen to be underwater as well, just to make it a little bit more difficult. They're all like
some of them. Some of them are. Some of them are in normal stands.
Are these
display cases?
Are these living fish inside the displays with the artifacts? And these are Bronze Age and wooden and clay artifacts just getting ruined by the water as well, aren't they?
Yes, because it makes a pretty display.
Yeah, they're ruining thousands of dollars worth of.
Yes, and when you're looking at because there are aquariums on that main floor as well, and they had beautiful fish in there, brightly colored. They had coral and everything. Looking around here, these fish look interesting. They look to be distinctly more prehistoric.
What?
Fish you've seen.
Like deep sea fish?
Yeah, you get the really deep sea, but older species.
Are they like big old things like...
For a hot second. And you get the sense that the fish are meant to add to the theme. So you're on the floor with all the old stuff, they got old fish, essentially. And
no, I'm not a zoologist, so what's my chance of knowing, like, are these fish supposed to be here, or are these like old extinct fish? Like, do I have a chance on that, a zoology roll of 1% or something?
You could do a natural
world, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah, you could do a natural world.
Okay, I'm gonna roll that. Got a 10% chance. Don't know why 2 came through, but they're both fails.
Yep, you're not a fish person. You've fished before. But looking at some of these fish, you get the sense that some of these probably came from the ocean just based off of their size. They're very, very big. And they're ugly. So they must be like an older species, one that, nobody keeps as a pet.
Mamma mia, that's an ugly fish.
And they're just kind of they're just lazily flopping around, minding their business. But it is interesting because just like the other floors, these aquariums are from floor to ceiling, and they are arranged in such a manner that they create like a winding pathway through the space. So you can see through them. It's distorted, distorted the more you see through, but
yeah, so as you look through the thing, everything kind of distorts, and I can picture it being very
like a big fish just kind of goes by and blocks your vision.
Yeah. It's a lot of weight, that amount of water up in an airship. That's a recipe. I'm no engineer either, but especially not an aero engineer, but that's a recipe for disaster. It's got to be.
It's hose up when there's a marvel. Now, that being said, Orange, because you're like paying attention, go ahead and give me a spot hidden. And do you explain to Martin like what this item looks like, so that way Maria can help?
Yes. Fräulein Marie. Fucking why does it keep going French? Fräulein, there's a box down here. Very, very old, very, 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 very precious, very, very covered in fucking.
Scotland now.
It's everywhere now, right? Very good box. Loads of symbolic.
You work in a museum and appraise things. Good job. He claps. Well done.
So, Burrow, you speak multiple languages. You've kind of been forcing him to speak English. You fully understand German.
I only just tell him after he finishes struggling. Just after he's struggled, I will speak German to him.
Fräulein, Sie nicht so will. My Krankenwagen ist kaputt, ja?
It's like, do you know what that means?
Yeah, it means my ambulance is broken.
Yeah, you know that's like slang in Berlin, right? For backdoorsies, right? You shouldn't say that a lot. You'll get in trouble. Just saying, don't go to Berlin. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that being said, Martin, now if you want to do spot hidden, you can, because now you have an idea of what it's looking for. You don't have to, though. You have a very specific task. You can help him if you like.
I want to do a spot hidden, and I want to get one of the, I'm going to say, Orsha's Are there like people around, like guiding people, or maybe pointing stuff out on the exhibits? Okay, I'll do the spot hidden, and then I want to try and grab one of those people.
Yeah, that'll be easy to do.
Okay. Don't spot hidden.
Well, 20 is here. Spot hidden.
Very nice.
Oh, success.
You haven't gone that far into the space. First off, you were met with a very large aquarium when you first walked in. That makes you go around it. A lot of things you're seeing right now are more on the mask end, but you can see kind of going deeper in more cases and chests and things of that nature that fit a lot more of the description that you were just told. And you see that there are servants going about with trays of champagne and hors d'oeuvres, canapes. It's very easy for you to make eye contact, and one immediately comes over to you.
I'm like, yes, my grandmother really likes rubies, and I heard there's like a ruby box or something on board. I'd love to see it. Do you know where it is?
And you see he looks at you very apologetically. He's like, I'm so sorry. I don't know where anything is in the exhibit. I do apologize, but would you like a fresh drink?
He's like, do you have a manager who might be able to fulfill my needs? I'm very influential.
Give me intimidate or charm.
I'm gonna do charm. I don't think
That was not charming.
Shut up, you. I don't think she can intimidate people. Let me just check for the fun of it. No, I'm gonna do charm.
It's not her strong suit.
Yeah.
69.
Ooh.
And he gives you a smile and says like, I will go get one of the more experienced servers to see if maybe he can locate somebody that actually put the items in here. And he runs away.
You fucking you fucking Karen, you Martin.
She stands in the same place, and every time he looks back, she's just staring back at him or her, like never leaving his eye line sight.
He goes back to the stairs. You see he disappears as he goes up the staircase. At this time, what's happening with my group? Ella, how you doing?
Fagna. It was great catching up with you. Can I try and break away from this conversation with him?
I tried to help you, like.
Likewise.
Well, you see the guys are talking to him, so I'm gonna do a roll. He doesn't fully understand that you're done with the conversation. He hasn't properly clocked the mood yet. Because he turns to follow, and Archibald, he turns to you and kind of like gestures like, oh, come on. Like, oh, we'll all just go together. And he turns to follow you, and he just asks like, are you looking for something specific down here?
No,
I'm just having a look around.
Okay.
Have you got something specific to show us? Or is there something specific you'd like to see?
How much has Archibald been trying to be friendly with this guy?
On and off.
On and off?
Hot and cold. He obviously doesn't trust him because of what he's got on his ring, so...
Yeah.
But if you can get us something out of him...
Give me a persuade.
Persuade. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
So, he asks, and he just like, and he just gives you a smile, just looking around, like you. And then he starts to look at the rest of the group. Miss Bauer, this is a very interesting group that you have here. It's a bit eclectic.
Yeah, we all met up at the bar. Just happened. Yeah.
So you don't know these men?
Just a few of them from here and there.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? Do you know anybody here? Besides me, of course, and my brother.
I know lots of people here. Dr. Himmler is actually upstairs, and you know that he is one of the lead scientists for that particular organization.
That's a real night. That's a real life name.
I've used real names and I feel kind of bad about it.
Oh, yeah, fuck it. We don't care.
So Heinrich Himmer is the leader of the on Erberg. So
Yeah,
he's upstairs eating.
Have you guys acquired anything new lately?
And he looks over his shoulder to the gentleman and he just simply states, gentlemen, it was a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, but I think Fräulein and I, we have a private conversation to have right now. Thank you. And he turns his back to you two, and Fräulein, he takes your elbow, like in a, like to escort you. He thinks he's getting you away from guys that you don't want to talk to. He's not read the situation at all.
He thinks he's saving you from us. Fuck me.
So he starts to walk you away.
We want rid of this guy.
Give me a charm, Ella, and you'll do it with a bonus die.
Remind me how to do bonus. Is that after you roll?
Yeah, after you roll, when it comes up in the roll chat, you'll see bonus penalty. There we go. So 75. All right. Not gonna charm your way out of this one, lady. He turns on as you guys are walking away. He is going to lower his voice and he's going to ask, like, Miss Bauer, are you okay?
Yes, I've blinked twice.
Okay, so I just couldn't notice. It seems like you guys are all walking together, or maybe they are following you.
No, we were just looking around and saw the fish swimming with all the art and just chatting.
Give me a fast talk.
Why, do you recognize them?
No, I met the American upstairs. In the Italian, I don't know him, even though he claims to know me.
Mamma mia!
Did you happen to see that Italian at the bar?
Yeah, I got a Negroni from him.
Very good bartender.
But you see his eyes narrow, and his smile is still there, but it doesn't feel as warm. And he just simply states, no, Fräulein, I'll walk with you. I hear you say that you're not in any trouble. But I can't help but think that maybe you are looking for something specific down here.
Well, we were looking for a new piece for our collection, but maybe something, I don't know, old, strong, maybe valuable.
As you're listing out these adjectives, the music will dim down and the captain's voice comes over the speaker, letting everybody know that dinner is about to be served in 15 minutes, and also that they are going into a snowstorm that was not forecasted. The snow looks to be pretty heavy, so they're going to actually be accelerating to get to Eiselvard faster, just in case the storm gets very, very bad. So instead of a 6-hour trip, it's actually just only going to be 3 hours. You're already an hour and a half into it. You see the other people all start to leave to go up to find a spot for dinner, with the exception of you lot and Mr. Wagner. He's just gonna look at you and just go, Fräulein Bauer, we greatly appreciate the tour you gave us of your museum. We fully understand that there was nothing you had in the moment to help out our cause, but perhaps right now you can help me find something.
What are you looking for?
An artifact that my constituents are interested in. It's a case that has something very important inside of it, and he gives you a description that Mr. Mueller gave you. Now, one thing that's interesting is he described it exactly the way Mr. Mueller described it.
Do you know what is in this case? Or is that the true artifact?
go ahead and give a persuade or a charm.
Oh, there's shit.
And you see he just smiles. And he doesn't answer you. But you've now noticed that the hand that he had on your elbow, it's actually now truly gripping your elbow, where it wasn't before. You get the sense that you cannot walk away from him.
Mr. Fagner, you're kind of hurting me.
And he smiles. He's like, "You have good German stock. You're strong."
This
And he
guy-
just starts to push you deeper into the space.
That man's manhandling your sister.
Can we
Ernest.
intervene?
Absolutely.
I'm waiting to
I'm
see if
gonna, I'm
Ernest
gonna
does
step
that.
in here. I'm gonna
That
grab
man's
this guy, and
manhandling your sister.
I'm gonna intimidate him a little bit. I'm gonna put a frighteners on him a little bit if I can.
Yeah.
I
Very
say,
good,
you
Mr.
know,
Waters. Very good.
if it works. If it doesn't, then we might be in trouble. But am I rolling intimidation?
Okay. Are you saying something to him, or is it just like a physical?
I'm gonna say to him. I'm gonna say, "There's no need to get physical. I can see whatever's going on here. This needs to stop, and I think you've overstepped the boundary a little bit, Mr. Wagner."
I'll remind you.
I'm saying this while giving him a look, saying, "If you don't stop, this is going to end badly for you."
Dave, I'll remind you, if you spend 1 luck point, that's an extreme success. If it
Does that
makes a
matter?
difference.
I'll wait for the GM to.
It does.
I'll spend one on what luck point? Did you say?
Yeah, 1 luck makes that an extreme
Just one, yeah.
success.
How do I do that? Sorry.
You just,
Oh, you do it on your sheet. You just mark it on
change
your
it on your
sheet.
sheet. Just
Yeah.
lower the number.
That's
of
it. You keep that
luck.
internally.
Oh shit! Oh, sorry, I've just clicked.
You just
Sorry.
click
Extreme
it. Fuck, look what
success!
it's rolled as well. Jeez, oh.
You have to
Check
put
you
the
out.
sheet in edit mode. So in the upper right hand corner, you'll see a little button for
yes.
edit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
And then
that,
you can deduct your luck. However,
there we
Wagner
go.
steps away. He still has that smile on his face. It's not reaching his eyes. And he just simply states, "My apologies. I didn't mean to be overbearing." And he gives you a nod. And he exits back towards the staircase.
First, I'm going to turn to Ellie and say, "Is everything okay? Are you okay?" Make sure that she's okay.
Yes, danke.
It's really just you guys on this floor right now, maybe one or two other. And most people have already left to get ready for dinner.
Oh, we could definitely. If we've gotten rid of that guy, now it's time to start looking for the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go further in. We're gonna start heading. Well, I'm gonna start heading further into the exhibition. As everyone else is walking the other way out, I'm going in.
As you go in, you notice that the music isn't as loud here. It's much more quiet in this area. You're not terribly sure if it's just because of the way the speakers are, or if it's intentional to kind of like set the mood. But anybody who wants can give me a listen, a spot hidden, an appraisal.
I'm going with a praise because it's fairly good. A success on that.
It has a hard success. All right. So Di Solano, as you're moving through, you're kind of picking up at least like what cultures these things come from. They're listed by era, but they're also grouped by like country, by culture. And so you know what portions of the room not to bother to inspect. As you start to see like a Nordic helmet, you're like, we don't have to go look at that grouping over there. Whatever, what Mr. Mueller described wouldn't be part of that. So you're able to more successfully navigate deeper into the space.
So I know it's not Maya and it's not Aztec, it's not this, it's not that. And I know what to skip to look. Okay.
Yeah. You may not be as versed in history behind an item, but you're very well versed in materials. So just going off of the materials that would be used to make these items, it's not going to be there.
Right, okay.
Martin, you clocked with that hard success. Mr. Wagner has come back into the space. Very quietly, very stealthily. He's behind you all. But you see that he is keeping an eye on your group, but then also looking very quickly over all of the artifacts.
I want to try and distract him. But I guess I've not spoke to anyone else, right? I only spoke to the brother.
Yeah, you haven't spoken to him yet.
So I don't. No, I mean I want to because I don't know the information that they've got about him looking for this thing that we're kind of looking for. So, I don't know. Has the guy come back that I'm the one of the usher people yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna ask Chris's character, which is Ernest, right? I'm like, Ernest, with your European accent. Let's just leave it at that. What do you know about that German fellow who seems to be loitering around your sister?
Yeah, I know very little about this whole fucking Italian now.
If you want, you can do an intelligence roll to try to remember.
My character speaks French, English, and German, so if you can do a French accent, I'm happy for you to do that if it's easier.
Maybe I speak Belgian.
Okay,
That's why I'm actually not German. I'm Belgian, but everyone just thinks I'm German because they don't know what Belgium is yet.
Brew, you got to change your accent.
Oh no!
Right. Hold on. You want a intelligence?
Just to see if you can maybe remember this guy after some time has passed. Yeah.
I remember it like it was yesterday. We grew up together back in the cold streets of Berlin. We used to play hide in the strudel with our neighbor Mary and Marie.
I will make that canon. I'll make that canon, Chris.
Can you hurry it up to maybe the last few years? But it's very nice. More recent.
He's a German officer.
I love strudel.
Yeah, he's a German officer that came to your museum one time with a bunch of really weird scientists that were looking for magic.
He's one of those very weird scientists who like to take the relics and they take them into the basement and they want to do an experiment. They believe in this gods and stuff. Oh, it's weird, very weird. But sometimes I see him in the nightclubs dancing with very little clothes on.
Oh, so you know him personally then? That's nice.
Well, no.
I'm gonna give him one of my business cards. If you ever want to change a profession, my freelance work sometimes like people who like to party. So if you need a new job,
maybe that was what he meant when he said his son now works in the club.
Disco.
It's not that kind of party.
Chris, that sounded really good and really natural then, actually, by the
way. So Martin and Chris, you're the only two right now that see Mr. Wagner behind you.
Can I give Ella that look where it's that look where another girl gives another girl a look and it's like that guy behind you is very rapey looking.
Like in that old guy in the auditorium.
I give you that look so even though we're not friends, you know to look behind you. Do I have to roll for that?
No, you don't have to roll for that. That's a natural process. Ella, you see some type of movement and you kind of turn to look at the movement and you see Maria just be like, and you turn and you see Wagner has come back in onto the floor.
This prick.
There's at least 7 aquariums between you and him. And the aquariums are very large. So there is a good amount of space between the two of you. But you definitely see his distorted image through the glass.
No, knowing so we're all in close vicinity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Wagner is an officer, and I think he's a bit of a prick, and he's hurt my sister. So you know what's gonna happen now, right? I'm just gonna fucking punch him.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oh yeah.
Do whatever you want to do.
What did they say? This like a rapscallion sounds very English.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
I'll
I'm pretty sure if you just say asshole.
Hinten you're an asshole. And then I punch him.
Nice.
Leave my sister alone.
Roll me a brawl.
You're nailing the accent now, Chris.
Very good.
Oh yes.
No, that was Borat.
Nailed it. Yeah.
I have a chair.
I'm a chair. I sit in my chair.
King of the castle.
King of the castle.
I'm going to point out that the Bowers are huge nerds, so it's very funny to see him throw a punch.
Yeah, I don't even think I help brawl. I help brawl.
Everyone has it, yeah.
Yeah,
it's on the
have
right
brawl.
side.
Good at it.
Is it just the dexterity?
No, bro.
No, you see under the combat?
I only see
right,
dex and dodge.
On the right, on the far right of your
Yeah,
sheet.
skills.
Oh,
It's under a fighting category.
Oh, yeah.
Oi, oi, oi!
All right.
There you go.
All right. So
Wagner, eat my knuckle sandwich, yeah?
Yes.
you go and you crack him right in the nose. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take our break.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Big German blowout.
Nice, Chris.
Who's hiding the strudel now?
It got so dark in my house. Jesus. There you go.
Oh, amazing, amazing. We'll be back in 10 minutes, Twitch.
Okay, so Miss Burrow, you clocked that our unwanted friend, Mr. Wagner, has come back onto the floor. Pointed it out to Ernest. Ernest did not like how this man had been treating his sister, so he decided that he was going to walk over and punch him, and he hit him square in the face. Ernest, can you please roll me some damage?
Oh no.
There's no
how do you do the damage?
There's no extra for extreme success on a punch, is there, or is that just impaling weapons?
I believe there is extra.
Maybe no. Yeah, I think it is extra. It's just
It's penetrating.
It's even more. If it's
blunt
a
weapons give
weapon.
max damage. Penetrating weapons also give max damage +1.
Yeah, so it's max damage. He doesn't need to roll it.
It doesn't matter. You break this man's nose. Just from where you hit him. Immediately break his nose. Blood just comes pouring out. As he holds his nose and he yells at you in German, like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
You touch my sister, you fucking Scheiße. That's
And he's
that's
gonna
it.
He looks back at you, he's like, do you not know who I am?
You clearly don't know who I am. I am the protector of
Terminator.
my sister. Oh.
Oh, no.
It's like,
I'm
I
the
know
most
very well
troubled
who you
man.
are. Ernest Valor from Dresden, Germany. And he lists off your actual address.
Ooh, he's
I
got
think
your
we need
number,
to get
mate.
involved in this.
Yeah, I think we do. This guy's got your number, like.
Oh yeah, because he's definitely just got one of our numbers. You guys really I'm stepping way back from this explosion.
Yeah, you guys really need to get involved.
Bro, Maria, she steps back because she's like, no. And as that happens, there's actually a big lurch to the entire Zeppelin. I need everybody to please give me a dexterity roll.
Ooh. I was just about to step in there, actually. I was going to try, but too late.
I'll grab all now, I'm fine.
So, Anybody who fails, you're just gonna land on your bum. That's all.
Oh, okay. So I won't spend the 5 luck then.
No, yeah, you're just gonna. There's no hit points related to this. You just land on your bum as everything starts to sway off to one side and the lights begin to flicker on and off. The captain's voice coming back online, just stating, can everybody just please come up to the main floor? They're hitting some turbulence, as was expected. They're going to increase speed to push through it, but they want all guests up on the main floor just for safety purposes. Once it's safe, you'll be allowed to go down to lower levels again. And then it cuts off, a little bit of static. The lights are now flickering a little bit as the electricity in this thing is trying its hardest to stay on.
This might be our chance. Maybe we should just knock this guy out properly. Like, you only broke his nose, you didn't knock him out. Maybe you should finish him off, knock him out, we'll go get our shit, and then we'll store him in a room closet.
You know there's other people here, right? It's not. There's a few other random strays,
no,
right?
everyone was
Everyone
leaving.
went back up, didn't they?
Yeah, everyone was going back up. It's just us and this Nazi.
Oh, I thought there were a few more people down there. Like
they started to clear out once dinner was called.
Let's give him another crack on the beak, knock him right out, and then just store him in a broom closet, go get our shit, and then parachute out of here. We do have parachutes, right?
Well, I think he needs to be knocked out anyway, because either way, he's going to bring someone else down.
You're understanding that when you land at the first checkpoint, that you'll be disembarking.
Which is not far away now.
You don't have to jump.
At the speed we're going now, that's not far away, so we need to get a move on. Do we have a pickup at the landing place, by the way? Somebody coming to get us, like to pick us up with this artifact, I guess.
There is. There should be a limousine that's coming to get each of you.
Hi, what is it? Herr Bauer. Finish him off, will you? Give him another bop on the nosen. A bopping on the nosen again. Herr Bauer, give him a bopping on the nosen again.
He's getting ready. He's charging up.
If he doesn't, I'm gonna have to give him.
I'll give him a crack. I'll crack him.
There you go, Archie.
What do you want? A brawl?
A brawl. If you're gonna fisticuff.
There you
A
go.
success. That hard success already took a lot out of him. Another success easily knocks him down on his back.
Knock him unconscious.
He's unconscious.
Fantastic. All right. What's that dealt with?
Let's go try and find this thing.
DiSolano, Archibald, Ernest. The 3 of you. Maria, you're close enough. The 4 of you, please give me spot hidden.
no, I'm okay. Oh, okay. At least a good thing. Just in case his
No,
head
because
comes off.
you're like visually, you have line of sight. You have line of sight on them.
We thought his head was going to come off and an octopus had come out, so I was just checking.
That's a fail for me.
Extreme success for me.
Very nice.
Hard success for me.
So for the extreme and the hard success, you both clock. So when this guy got punched in the nose, it gushed a lot. And as now he's laying on his back, and DeSolone's like, let's go find this thing, get out of here. You're realizing there's no blood on the ground. Like, you know that he bled from his nose, like it's all over his shirt. And it should be on the ground as well, but you're looking around, you don't see blood on the ground at this point in time.
Keeper, I would like to search this man for weapons. I know we were patted down, but I worry this guy's so high ranking an officer that he might have weapons on him. If he does, I'm going to take them off him.
No, yeah, you can absolutely search them. How much time do you want to spend? If you want to spend a good amount, you don't have to roll. If it's going to be a really quick search, just give me a spot hidden.
I'll do a quick search. I will roll spot hidden. That's not my strongest skill. Oh, there we go, though.
You pat him down. You don't find weapons, but you do find a telegram from Arkham that's crumpled up in there. You see that it's annotated to a name that you don't recognize from a Mr. Mueller, and there's a big blood stain on it. And it's talking about going on to the Aban voyage and securing a package.
So he's got the same kind of
It doesn't make
telegram
mention
from
of
Mueller
other
that we have.
employees.
Right, okay.
Yes, it looks very similar.
Okay, I'll make my colleagues aware of that. Look, he's got a note from Mueller as well, but it doesn't mention us. Like ours all mentioned Mine mentioned you guys, that I would have colleagues to look out for the poppy. His doesn't mention us. So he's looking for the same thing, but he's the rival group we were warned about. Yet he's working for the same person by the looks of this note.
You'll see on there that the address is to somebody who lives in Britain.
So so this isn't necessarily addressed to the Nazi German guy, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah, so this is not his necessarily. He's hunting down the people that are after it. He's hunting down us, the people that are after this artifact.
Mueller's notes have been leaked. There's a hole in the boat, as some might say. There
better not be a hole in the boat, because we're however many thousand feet up in the
We're
air.
in a Zeppelin. We don't need to worry about water leaking into the city.
How many thousand feet up in the air are we in a Zeppelin? Like 5,000 feet?
You're seeing the tops of the mountain. Well, not the tippy tops. You're near the tops of the mountains. Visualizing it in my head.
It's it wouldn't be like a modern plane where you're 40,000 feet up.
No,
like 5,000 feet, something like that.
You're still able to breathe. Like, it's colder up here, but like you can still breathe very well.
Yeah.
So what I want to see now is if the intent is to hurry up and find this item, the whole party go ahead and give me spot hidden.
I also want to stuff this guy in a cupboard or something.
Archibald, you're going to do it with a penalty dice.
Oh, I've rolled it. Want me to do it again?
Just hit the penalty button. Ooh, success for me.
All right.
The maximum height of a normal Zeppelin is about 21,000 meters.
Thank you.
Is that a modern one though, Chris?
2. All right, 2 successes versus 3 successes. No, 2 versus 2. All right, so you start moving quickly through. How are you searching? Are you like reading the little plaques, or are you just doing a visual scan?
I'm sending the nerd crew out because I'm not good with this.
Sending the nerds forward.
Nerds assemble, go and look at all the tanks and shit.
Ooh, yeah, Ernest, that's a nice roll. I want to try and stuff this guy into a cupboard, actually. Or
the way that this is laid out. Oh, go ahead.
Even better, if possible, if I can find a window and just launch him.
So the windows are up at the tippy top of the space. These ceilings are quite high.
I thought they would be.
And they're very small windows.
Is there a cupboard or somewhere I can stuff this guy? Get him out of the way.
Just see aquariums. You could attempt to undo the base of an aquarium. See if maybe it's hollow underneath. Like they had to fill it with water somehow.
I will attempt to do that.
Yeah. So
while he's doing that, can I check out the body that's not bleeding that we've just not bothered to see why it's not bleeding?
That's who I'm stuffing. That's who I'm stuffing in a cupboard currently.
Yeah, but you can get closer. So
I want to check why he's not bleeding. Has he got armor on? Is he made of cogs? Is he air? I don't know.
Oliver, give me a sleight of hand. Oliver, give me a sleight of hand to see if you can find the seam. Okay. And then Martin, you go up there and you're looking him over and you can see like, no, his nose was freshly bleeding. It is on his shirt. And you watch a drop of blood land on the ground and then almost like absorb into the flooring. Which is not normal.
I'm currently just currently looking for this this thing throughout the various.
So Oliver, Giorgio, he's able to find a seam that he can get whatever he wants to get in there, a dinner knife or whatever he has on his person, that he's able to pop that open, and it's large enough that you could roll a grown man into it.
I'll stuff him in there and close it back up.
Give me a luck roll, please.
Ooh. How's my luck? Very failed.
Yeah. So you go to pop it open and you get his body, you start to like roll him into it. He's unconscious. It's not hard to manipulate his body. And as you go to push him in, you realize that there's something inside. Something like, it looks almost like a safe. Some type of box. And you're like, no. Are they hiding things in the aquariums? Which is like, well,
I'll pull that box.
physically-
Does that box come out, or is it too
It
heavy
does
like
come
a
out.
safe? It does
no,
come
it
out.
comes out. It's like a wooden box that comes out that has a very, very simple lock on it.
And it's not got red gems on it, is it?
No,
not
it's like
that
a wooden
Right,
box. It's
okay.
pretty large though.
Okay, well, I will stuff him in. I'll move it
Mhm.
out, stuff him in, and then I'll open the box and see what's inside it, because I might as well, eh?
Yeah, no, you open up the box and there is a large book in it. Give me an appraisal.
Okay. Fumble.
You're looking at this and okay, so you're seeing very, very old leather, stretched skin, maybe alligator, you're not terribly sure. But just from the yellowing of the pages, you're looking at the spine, you're looking at the binding techniques, you're thinking this book is, you know, a couple 100 years old. This would fetch a pretty penny for the majority of book collectors. You don't know right off the bat how much it's going to be. You're guessing hopefully maybe 250, 300. I forgot what the currency is in Italy. I almost said francs. That's not correct. Dollars.
Lira.
It's not lira, that's Turkish. I thought that as well. That was the first thing that came to my mind. It's
I remember them.
Yeah. Do you open the book or are you just looking at the outside?
opening books is dangerous in this game. But George was...
Assuming you didn't get a good luck roll, right? Be careful.
Yeah, but that's Oliver being careful. Giorgio doesn't know about Eldritch horrors. I will have a quick look inside the book and see what the nature of what's written in it is.
Yep. You open it up and right off the bat, you don't understand language. If you like, you can give me an education roll.
Okay.
So you know at least what language it's not.
Okay.
No, education. Education.
Yeah, sorry.
So, well, you definitely know it's not Italian. You know it's not Italian. You know it's not French. You know it's not none of the main countries in Europe. You have no idea if it's Oriental or African or anything of that nature.
Okay.
It's super weird. You've never seen anything like it.
Certainly would fetch a pretty penny, though.
Absolutely.
Sure.
And the objective you're given didn't say anything about getting something extra for yourself.
Do I have a briefcase or something I can maybe put it in?
Yeah, we can say that you have a briefcase with you.
Okay, I'll steal that shit. I love stealing.
Yeah, it's not a problem at all. Now, Archie, I know that you said that you were looking around. Ella, are you also diving in and looking around?
I was trying, but I failed my spot hidden. So I would say I was
It's not
probably
okay.
just fixing Ernest's hand from that hard punch.
There you go. Well, I'm just curious, how far are you guys trying to go into this space? Like, are you leaving the group? Let me rephrase that. Are you walking and putting space between you and the others?
Yeah, I mean, for me, this is the chance that we've got to have a look round. So
I'm going to be
Yeah.
tempted to catch up anyway once I've finished stuffing him back in and putting the thing back on.
Yeah.
there's
Okay.
a bit of distance, but still in the same room.
Okay. And like I said, you can see through there's a lot of glass in here that you can see through it. So it's not
Mm.
like you can't see their shapes. You guys still have line of sight, even if it is distorted. But I'm not sure if anybody saw Solano take that book. Except for maybe Martin's
Yeah,
Maria
I
probably saw him.
probably would have saw it. I don't care. Let's give him the side eye.
But then there is another long flicker of the lights before they just cut out, and it's just incredibly dark because even the lights in the aquariums have cut out as well, and everybody just freezes for a second before waiting, and then finally the lights do come back on, but the room is significantly different.
Oh. Oh.
Something's wrong.
Say,
Something is very wrong. You're not entirely sure what at first, and then you realize, one, the room is a different color. There is now a green glow coming from all of the aquariums. The main lights have not come back on. And then another thing that you're realizing, all the artifacts are now gone, and it looks like just more aquariums have popped up. Because they made a maze-like pathway before, but now it just looks like there's lots of aquariums.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who wants to can give me a natural world.
There seems to be like growth in the corridors as well, with the looks of things.
Oh, Christ.
Oh,
None of you have natural world. I just want to see what happens.
Hey, we can all. Yeah, there's a base skill on it. Is it? Somebody might get a.
We can't see each other now, I take it.
So you can still see through the glass, but it's significantly harder now. You can see shadowy shapes that you can make the assumption are your comrades, since you guys were kind of the only ones down here.
Do we still see the fish in the tanks?
You see fish in there.
Are they the same type of fish that we saw earlier?
I've got
No.
a feeling they're not.
You don't have to roll for that. These are not the same type of fish that you saw earlier. At first you think they are, because they're ugly, but they look impossibly large.
Can I call out to them and just say, is everyone else seeing what I'm seeing?
I believe so. Everything's
This is freaking me out now.
everything looks a bit dark and sinister, and the fish look bigger. What's going on?
You hear something deeper in the room break.
Wasn't
Not
me.
near any of you.
I'm like, whoa, who's breaking glass? Don't break glass in here. Those fish are.
I'm grabbing onto Ernest.
I was gonna say, it's like,
I'm
is
grabbing
that
on.
an Italian? That was an Italian break. Did you hear it? There's definitely some.
Definitely an accent.
The Italians breaking things.
It's not me. I'm like, it's not me, Mamma Mia. It's not the Mia.
It's me, Mario. I am the
It's not the Mia, Mario.
I will say, Archibald, because you were more forward into the room, you're hearing other sounds as well. It sounds like things are being shoved, but like very, very large, heavy things.
Okay.
Right now, everybody go ahead and give me a spot hidden, followed by a power roll.
Apparently, when he says "Itsumi Mario," "Itsumi" actually means super in Japanese. He's not saying "it's me," he's saying "Itsumi," and it's super in Japanese, apparently. Well, we're doing spot hidden first.
Yes, please.
And then power, right? The other one.
Failure on that. And then power.
Both
Power.
successes. Yay.
Oh, both fails for me.
Ernest has a hard success. Okay, the siblings are doing okay.
You did okay on the power one, not the other
I
one.
didn't like that laugh, Birdie. Not one bit.
So you've all pushed in. Archibald, it is harder for you to see the others, but as I said before, it's still just glass. You can still see through it. So you can see their shapes. It's very easy to clock that the fish are different. In addition to that, the plant life, whatever was in there, has also changed. Before, it was like really wide, thick green seaweed, like light green seaweed, kelp. And now it's very, very dark. It has more of a vine-like image to it. It's not as wide and leafy as it was before. And Archibald and Ella, you see that plant's not just in the tank. You see a couple of them snaking on the ground as well. And once again, these tanks are floor to ceiling, so you're not entirely sure how they got out of the tank. For my power rolls. Archie. Ernest has a heart, and Maria. The whole Zeppelin shifted, which everybody felt, but you now feel a different type of shift. It's almost like when you spin around really fast, like when you're a little kid and you spin around and then you stop and everything's still kind of going a little bit. It's a little bit like that feeling in your stomach. You've never felt it before. Archibald and Maria, you have more. How do I say this? You have better survival sense than Ernest does. And you know it's not a good feeling. You know that there's something wrong. Something has happened. Something has changed in this space. And with that power, you actually do now notice one of the aquariums elongates and changes its shape and physically moves across the floor. Archibald, you see this happening in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Maria, you can see it happening off in the corner of your eye as you're looking through 2 other aquariums.
Can I see the stairs that go back upstairs? Or are we like...
You're more in the center of the space. You can see the exit sign because it's glowing green through all of the glass. You can see light coming from the doorway.
Okay.
Is anyone else seeing this, or what? Am I hallucinating?
Oh, no,
me and you can see it.
Oh, you saw the elongated thing. We all see the room have changed. But yeah, we didn't see that. Yeah, no.
Yeah, the movement.
Yeah, right. We didn't see that.
How close am I to this tank?
The tank that you moving in front of you was moving probably about 10 yards. It was in front of you.
So I want to try and make my way back to the group, but I don't want to get too close.
Yeah, not a problem at all. What's everybody else wanting to do right now? Does anybody still want to find the item?
I still want to find the item and get out of here, yeah.
So anybody who still wants to find it, spot hidden, please.
Okay. I'm still looking for it.
Anybody else aside from Di Solano?
I mean, I'll look. I'm not as bothered as everyone else.
I'm not as bothered now because of what I've seen, but...
I don't feel like pushing that, though. I'm not that keen. Ooh.
I found it! Look, because I got an extreme success. I had it all the time.
An extreme success.
I had it all the time.
It's in your pocket.
I got a hard success.
Ooh.
So... it's funny because the 2 people that clocked the aquarium is moving, you're actually able to find the item as you see another aquarium elongating itself. And in the center, in the sand of the aquarium, you see a box. Looks to be iron colored, red stones on top with things inlaid into it.
Inside the aquarium.
Inside the aquarium.
Who fancies going for a swim?
Like, hey, other geeks, not Archibald. We found it. It's in that perfectly sane aquarium.
What do you mean, go for a swim? Oh, you found it. It's in the aquarium. Oh,
it's just there. Yeah, it's just there.
We found it, but it's inside the aquarium.
And it's definitely a normal aquarium that's not been slowly moving. It's just a normal aquarium, but it's a bit dirty.
What do you mean slowly moving?
No, it's not slowly moving. No,
why would you even mention that?
Because if you're gonna send your slightly not a smart brother in, I think he should know about the gravitational force of the aquarium.
We were literally like transported to this dimension, and you want to find it in a tank with the fish?
I mean, it's just a tank. Look, Maria's at the other end of the place, by the way. She's never just there next to you, just like so many feet away.
The job must be complete. Someone's got to be good at swimming. Someone's got to.
There's got to be a logical explanation for this. So, can we smash the tank open?
Maybe we could just smash the tank open.
You guys should definitely smash the tank open.
Do whatever you want. Now, I want to point out, Brew, Chris, your characters have fully noticed that this room is fucking nightmare fuel at this point.
Yeah.
This is not. You've noticed this as well, but them saying like, oh, yeah, they're moving. That's new to you. So.
If I were to like touch the little vine with my foot on the floor, does it react?
So you touch it?
Yeah, with like my shoe, you know?
Yeah. Give me a dexterity roll.
Fuck. Yeah.
Ooh.
You go to nudge it with your shoe because what in the dickens is happening? And it suddenly snaps towards your ankle. It gets a hold on it, but you're able to slip your foot right out because it is a bit wet and slimy.
Oh, these vines are fast as fuck, boys.
I'm not going for the swim.
Oh no.
We should leave.
Do we want this box or are we getting out of here?
Now, it's not a trigger as such, but I did almost drown once in real life. I don't want to be that guy that drowns playing Call of Cthulhu. Someone else can do the swimming.
Is the stairwell still there?
You can see light coming from the doorway to the stairwell.
Like normal light.
No, yeah, like golden light, like from golden light from the stairwell.
We should go towards the light.
We need to get the artifact though.
Do we want to get this artifact, or do we?
You guys have to get this artifact.
Right, I'm gonna have a smash the tank open, I think.
Okay. Give me a luck roll to see if you can find something nearby that you could use on the glass.
I'm running to the stairs as he does this. I am not staying around on the floor.
All right. So Maria's heading for the stairs. Archie, you look around and you can see nearby, like within like 2 steps, is a Viking helmet, hard iron.
That'll do it.
Go ahead and give me a strength roll.
If I notice he's doing that, I'm standing back a bit from the tank, away from where he's going to be cracking.
That's a good call.
Go on, Archibald.
All right. Outstanding. You hit it. It is thick glass, and it makes a very concerning crunch sound as you essentially shove this helmet point first into it. You know, if you hit it again, you'll be able to break this glass as it starts to splinter from the center where the helmet is.
Do it again, mamma mia, do it again, harder.
Right, we're there now. Do I need to roll again?
Yep, just give me one more strength.
Can I just Al, maybe you want to join me on the stairs for a smoke break?
Yeah.
Like you maybe come this way quickly.
Watch out for the vines.
Can I grab something and help him?
Yeah, if you want to give him if you want to roll strength, absolutely, or you can give him a bonus die if you're trying to hit the same spot.
I'll try and hit the same spot and you can have a bonus dice.
Okay. So, Archie, go ahead and roll a bonus die. There we go, 17.
Whoa, very nice.
Disana, he comes over with, you know, a bit of table and he like presses it as well as you're trying to hit this thing in there. And full on cracks. And it's about to burst open. Like, you know for a fact that this glass is about to just go. So with that being said, ladies, I'm going to need dexterity rolls from you.
Gonna get wet.
So, Brew and Martin, I'll need dexterity rolls.
I mean, I'm already on the stairs. Am I not okay?
You're heading towards the stairs.
Boo. Can I?
And it was noticed.
Can I push it?
You can absolutely push it if you want to.
Okay. What happens if I fail it, though? Then you have to tell me.
Yeah, you push it first, and then I'll make my decision.
I don't have to tell you.
She's a fuck around and find out type of keeper. She doesn't tell you before.
Okay, I have an answer for everything.
I like it. Ooh, nice roll, Brew.
She did it. I'm gonna do it. Okay.
Go on, Martin.
Again. Hold on.
Someone's got to fail.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's me.
That dress is getting wet.
So the lads are going after this glass, and Marie are just like, no. And you start to back away, and you gesture for Ella, like, let's go. This is we can let the guys do this. And Ella, as you start to come over, you hear it first, something wet slap, and then you feel something grab once again at your ankle, but you have dainty feet you're able to pull out. Maria, you see this happening. You turn to go dart towards the door, and something also grabs you around your ankle. However, you're not wearing stockings. It's not as slippery. It has a good, strong grip on you, and you feel yourself being lifted into the air before you experience a cold that you've never felt before. Ella, you don't hear anything at first, but you turn and you look, and you see Maria inside the aquarium next to you. At the same time, the glass shatters on the aquarium that you were going after Archie. And you expect all this water to push you back. But instead, it doesn't happen. And for a second, you're like, what's... And then you realize you are incredibly cold and you cannot breathe as you look around and you are inside the tank that you just broke. You look down, you can see the box below you. You look up and you can see Di Solano just on the other side of the glass. Di Solano, please go ahead and give me a dexterity roll.
Get me out of this thing.
I thought you were going to ask for a sanity roll there when I seen that shit.
Oh, don't worry, it's next round.
Oh, is it? Great. Great. I will spend 3 luck on that.
You can spend luck on the course. So
yeah, it's the cool one. Isn't
you
it?
see
So
the
I
seaweed
can't
inside
spend
of
luck
here.
on that, you're saying?
No, you can.
I can, okay.
You can. My house rules you can spend luck on the course for this, for my one shots. Because my one shots are very deadly. You see seaweed vine, whatever it is, shoot up, and then all of a sudden you see something coming down from the ceiling. You instinctively back away as this thing smacks the ground right where we were standing. I'm gonna need Ernest. What are you doing right now? Where are you at, Chris?
Ernest is trying to find where the box is. Searching and heard the loud crack and splash of water. Water.
So I need everyone to roll me
can't do
sanity
that,
at this
so.
point in time.
Yes, I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I'm
Maria's
cool.
staying
I love,
calm.
and I
Maria's staying calm.
I get sanity back because I got
wait, that's
extreme
not me.
success, right?
I got an
I get
81.
sanity
Shit.
back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So Di Solano, what the fuck just happened?
What just happened? He just appeared on the inside of the glass.
What the fuck just happened?
Am I still
That's gonna
alive
be-
at this point?
Oh no, absolutely.
Yeah.
You have
So
the
I'm not
ability to
banging-
hold your breath.
Banging on the.
If I see him in there, and well, I mean, I failed my sanity check. Depends what happens here, but if I'm still in control after that, I'm going to be trying to break the glass again.
So he's gonna roll me. If you failed, please roll me a 1d4. If you succeeded, it's just an automatic -1.
Okay.
Because there's strange things happening.
So
Oh, big 4 for me.
Ooh,
1.
okay. And then Dave and Martin, go ahead and roll me Constitution, please.
Oh, don't drown, Dave.
I spend any luck points for that.
Yeah, can I spend luck points on this as
I will
well?
allow luck to be spent on the core
Sweet,
stats.
I'll spend 14 to get it. Yeah.
Have you got 43, Dave?
43, but
Luck.
I've got 52 luck.
You could do it with 43 luck, or you could push with a 50-50 chance.
You're confusing me now.
Right, so
Use the luck. Just
you
use
can
the
either
luck.
you can either spend 43 luck, or you can push the roll, which doesn't cost you any luck, and it's just basically a re-roll.
I'll spend the luck.
But
I've
if
got
you
enough.
fail, it's really bad consequences.
Like what happened to me, and now I'm in a tank. So
Brew, what do you think Ella's going to be doing right now? She just saw Maria get snatched into a tank.
power, remember. Oh, that went too loud.
What am I re-rolling again? Sorry, just I've spent the luck. Am I re-rolling
Oh
Constitution?
no, you're good. It's an automatic pass now.
Oh, right, okay.
You just
Yeah,
pass if you
automatic
spend
pass.
the
I'm
luck.
holding my breath and I'm still good.
I'm fondly remembering the days playing hide the strudel and wondering what was for dinner upstairs.
You see Maria is now thrashing inside of the tank. Very clearly she cannot breathe. She is encased in water. And it looks like she's not tolerating it very well. Do you want to do anything? Do you want to leave? Do you want to get your brother? You have so many options.
Ernest, would you like to find a strudel and go upstairs with me?
Having a breakdown.
Fräulein, you know this is not how we play Find the Strudel, you silly woman. We need to first assist our friend here who's drowning in a pool, a drowning pool. I would say.
Yeah,
Bauer
but
siblings.
No,
Bauer siblings, please both give me a dex.
Dex.
As
Okay.
you are having this conversation back and forth. Archibald, you maintaining that breath. It's incredibly cold. And you can hear something moving around you.
Can I, whilst can I grab this box?
Absolutely.
And I'm going to try and, I know it's, obviously in water, but I'm going to try hitting the glass from the inside with that box.
All right, give me a strength roll. Ernest, you see these little things wiggling everywhere, and it's very easy for you to tiptoe around them. Ella, it's tried to grab you twice at this point, so you're very hyper aware of at least the ones where they are in the ground, and you know now that they can come from the tank, so your eye is tracking everywhere. Archie, crack, immediately spiderweb on the glass.
And again.
Martin, what's Maria doing?
Drowning.
She's not doing well.
Drowning.
Me and Archibald in the same tank, or are we in separate tanks?
Different ones.
You're in 2 separate tanks.
I'm gonna take. Can I take my shoe off and just start pounding the glass with it?
Absolutely.
I guess, is there like a air pocket at the top of the tank? Like I don't like you know.
You swim to the tank and you do not find one.
Okay, then yeah, I guess I'll try and I'd have to try and break out by maybe using my shoe to like smash open the glass.
Okay. Gonna give me a look. My Bauer siblings, what would you like to do now? You just watched Maria. She's trying to find a way out. She's trying to find an air bubble. It's not working. And, Chris, you're saying that Ernest wants to stay there? Okay. And help get her out?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you want to get her out?
Can I roll luck to see if there's a wondrous tool of the ancients lying around?
Absolutely. You got
9.
You're looking
There's
around
a broken mop.
You're looking around for it. Burrow. Luckily, you wore your special stilettos today.
Nice.
You grab, rip the heel off, unsheath the blade that was hidden inside of it, because Maria is an assassin, and you start to etch onto the glass.
Check you.
Ernest Bauer. So yeah, Chris, as you're looking for this thing, you were looking around. I need another dex roll from you, as you're turning your attention away from the seaweed. You feel one rip around your ankle.
Is that not like
cold.
two luck to be okay?
One luck. Just one luck.
Right. Well, I'll spend that 1 luck.
All right.
Great.
One rips around your ankle and you pull your foot away very, very quickly. It didn't feel good. It did not feel good at all. It was super cold. Something about it was slimy, and it was a hard grip. You get a sense that maybe your ankle is going to be bruised tomorrow. Archie, give me another strength. And Solano, what are you doing?
I've got a corner of a table trying to smash this thing open as well. Trying to get him out.
So do you want to give him a bonus die, or do you want to roll your strength?
Let me have a look and see what my strength is first.
Yeah.
I'll roll. I've got a half decent strength. I'm going to roll strength.
Do it.
I'll spend 8 and make that hard success. It makes a difference.
It does.
Okay, I'll spend 8.
Instead of having to roll again, that does it. So Archie, you're hitting it on one side. You've given a good crack, and because of that, DiSilvano's able to go on the other side. He sees the crack, winds it up, and bam! This time, the water does come out.
Yes.
Both of you are immediately swept off of your feet. Ella, cold water washes up against the side of your leg. DiSilvano and Archibald, you guys are absolutely drenched, and you are freezing. Absolutely freezing. Archibald, give me another constitution. This one's for the cold.
Is the cold water training that I done in the years back when we hit in the strudel.
Did I get swept off my feet, Birdie, or am I still standing?
You did. You guys got swept and pushed away. Luckily, towards the door. But Archibald, you take 1 hit point of cold damage. As hypothermia is going to start setting in.
Do I still see the artifact sitting in the sand in the aquarium?
Oh, he's holding it.
He
grabbed it.
That's right. He was buying the glass with
he
it.
Grabbed it. Yeah, he
I've
has
got the
it.
box. Yeah.
You maintained it.
Oh, let us get out of here.
We open it.
No, let's get out of here. Fuck opening it. Get out of here first, mate.
You opened the book.
Well, that's not what we're looking for. That was just to be
Does
extra.
anybody let the lads know that Maria's dying?
Oh yeah.
So like, hello, I'm like still like.
If somebody tells me she is, then I'm gonna go and try and help her. Somebody please tell me that she's dying.
Watch out for the vines.
Oh, okay.
Maria, you're starting to hear some things in your tank that you do not like.
I'll run at the tank with the box and give it a smack.
I'll pull the table from the other side of the corridor and try and slam it into Maria's tank.
All right, give me strength. If you get a hard or extreme success, it's normal success. Okay.
Can I turn that into a hard success?
Extreme
That's
success.
okay.
So with that
there you go.
extreme success,
I'm going to be your knight in shining armor today, Martin. I've just got an extreme success.
because Maria was attempting to literally claw her way out of that tank, you saw the scratches that she was making because it's diamond cut blade. And so you know exactly where to hit Di Solano. So Archie, you get up there, you hit it with the artifact. And once again, you start to see the glass start to splinter. But Di Solano hits exactly where Maria was carving, and the glass shatters. And once again, water hits all three of you and pushes you. Martin, please give me a constitution to see how well you hold up against that cold.
You're out, though. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I don't want to fail.
How did you fail that, you cold-hearted assassin?
You get hypothermia, so if you maintain that, point. No, you're not? Okay.
I'm gonna just use local.
You shrug it off. You shrug it off. You've had worse.
How much luck is that? 38. I can't do any more luck rolls. That's all I'm saying. I'm pretty much done. I'm nearly done for luck. God, what does that
We've
mean?
ridden it.
Water's all over the ground. Seaweed is everywhere. No fish. But what's everybody going to do now?
Get out here if we can.
I'm going to say we need to get out of here because there was something moving in that tank. And whatever it was is now out of the tank.
And as Archibald says that, you all hear something. You're not sure where it's coming from. But it sounds like it's coming from everywhere.
For the stairs. That doesn't sound friendly. That doesn't sound friendly.
Agreed, Dave. It does not sound friendly.
I need everybody to give me a dex roll as you all start to make it for the stairs.
Oh, nice rolls, guys. Nice rolls.
People are sprinting. Maria.
Oh, Maria, what is that? I'm spending 10 luck if I can.
As that look.
Oh man, I've got 6. I can't. Yeah, I'm screwed anyway. Maria's
it's a fumble anyway. You can't use luck on a fumble.
Yeah.
Oh, I've down to
Oliver,
26.
you said that you're going to spend luck?
Yeah, I've spent mine.
Gotcha. You all start to sprint. Whatever that thing was, you do not want to see what it was. You're moving, and as you're moving, Maria, you clock that Archibald is holding the artifact. And more of these seaweed-like things are coming down, snapping the air around you. At one point, one actually gets around Archibald's arm that's holding the artifact. And Maria, you slash at it with your knife to get Archie out of, not Archie, but to get the artifact out of the way and towards the stairs. And in that moment, something goes around your waist. And once again, you feel yourself being lifted up and you're in cold all over again.
Right, again, this is not a fun ride.
Archibald, you know that Maria got snatched because she was right next to you. The others, because you're sprinting, you do not know that she was snatched.
Okay.
And then I keep sprinting.
I can't. I couldn't do that. Archie, no.
I don't know. But that's why I keep sprinting. Because I don't know.
I'm going to pass the artifact to Giorgio, and then I'm going to go back to find Maria.
Why you go back? You crazy? I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Whoever it is has got Maria.
Mamma mia!
We're not leaving her behind. No.
I just broke her out of there. She's fine. Mamma mia, let's get out of here.
Now, Maria, the new tank that you look around, you look up, it looks like, once again, no air bubble. It is so cold in here. You almost feel like you're going to lose your breath because of how cold it is. You look around, you can see things down. This one has artifacts in it. You look down, you can see like treasure chests and things of that nature laying about on the ground within the sand. But you also at the corner of your eye see a little fishtail. When I say little, I mean it's about this big.
Just say like little sounds fine.
That's not little.
In comparison to where it came from, it's very tiny.
Oh no.
So, as Archie's racing back to you, Maria, is there anything you want to do right now in this tank?
Yeah, I was going to say I'll roll luck, see if I had a big deep breath, but I've got like 6 luck points, so I don't think I'll be getting that. Can I look around for something that might have like some air in it? Like, I don't know, like a shell that might have some air at the top of it or something to like...
Inside a treasure chest or something, maybe?
Yeah, but I haven't got any luck, so I don't know if it's like spot hidden to like see if I can assess quickly anything.
No, you are examining the tank. It's very much like the other one, where it goes straight up to the ceiling. And it's seamless up to the ceiling. You don't see any air bubbles.
I mean, I guess I've got 2 shoes, right? Might be taking that other shoe off.
Okay.
You'll swim
Archibald,
better
give me a look
anyway.
roll.
God.
And for my Bauer siblings, what are you two doing? You hear Archibald yelling something about running back. So Chris and Brew, what do you want to do?
Ernest.
Do whatever your heart tells you to do.
We haven't retrieved the artifact though. We know it's on this floor.
No, we have. Archibald's got it. He's holding it in his
Oh,
hands.
you've got it now.
Oh yeah, I've got it. I'm holding it in my hands.
Okay,
to you.
I'm getting out of here. I'm finishing this job.
Oh right, so where are you?
I've gone back to try and help Maria.
I'm running
I
out
don't
of
care
here.
about you, but where's he? Where's fucking Gio?
I'm leaving.
Running for the stairs. He's
I'm
running
going for the
he's,
stairs.
He's
I've got
pretty
the
close to
artifact.
the stairs.
Run him where? What way? Like past us?
Upstairs,
towards us?
yeah. I'm getting this artifact out here and I'm completing this job.
Yeah, Chris and Brew, you're
already
essentially a few steps ahead of Oliver.
Saved her once already. If she's dumb enough to get snatched up and pulled back to the same fucking place I just rescued her from, I'm sorry, it's not my problem anymore. I tried. I fucking tried.
Gio.
This is the new knife. This is the new knife situation all again.
I can only do so fucking much, yeah. Mamma mia.
Give me the fucking box.
I'm getting out of here. I've got the box and I'm getting out of here.
No, you're slow. That's why you're behind us. Give us the box. Me and my sister will take it from here. You can go.
Solano and Ernest, I need dexterity rolls as you have this argument.
I'm not giving him the
Ella,
box.
what are you
I don't like the
doing?
way he's trying to take this box off me. Like, not at all.
Can I hear this
Okay.
argument, by the way?
With that luck roll, you're still very conscious of your surroundings. Both of you are having this back and forth, and more seaweed is coming down to hit you. It's missing just barely as you guys are making sure that you're twisting in and out of the way.
We've got to go.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here. I ignored his request to give him the box, and I'm just out of here.
Archie, you get to the tank that Maria's in.
I'm going to have to find something to try and smash it open with, so I'll have a look round for something, because I've given the box away stupidly by the sound of it. Do I do a spot hidden?
Using
I'll
your
say
big
there are
dumb
things on
head,
the
it's made of
floor.
fucking wood, eh?
I'll
There
just
are
grab,
things littered upon the floor, shields and whatnot.
I'll just
with
grab
the
the
luck
nearest
roll-
thing. Yeah.
Luck roll, I'm going to say that you grab a shield that is made out of metal.
I'll
So you're
start.
going to have to give me a... If you give a extreme or hard success, you're going to have to roll less for the next one.
So what do you want, a strength check?
Strength check. Maria, I need a constitution.
Oh, bollocks.
Push it.
Oh yeah, I ain't doing well anymore.
Push it, you good.
I mean,
We're at this point.
Push it
the
real
cold-
good.
You can push it. You can push it.
What's the
Push it, mate.
consequence if I push it? Because I
I
feel
mean,
I'm
you
gonna
might die anyway.
I think I might die anyway. I'll push it because yeah, I think I'm gonna die one way or another.
How do I push it? Push it then. What did you do? Sorry.
Just roll again. But if you
Yeah, you
fail,
just
the
roll it again.
consequences are dire.
Yeah, I think Maria's dying this time.
Whoa.
Oh yes, Dave.
So, as you go, you're slamming against it. You know, you redouble your efforts. You hear a splinter, and as you pull back to hit it again, you see that Maria is no longer attempting to claw at the glass.
Mhm.
She is just floating, very still in the water. because the cold, you just can't
Right.
lift your limbs anymore.
I'm going to drop the shield and I'm going to mouth the words, I'm sorry, and I'm going to head back to the guys.
Maria, your vision starts to go dark. Before, oddly enough, green light starts to brighten up everything again. You're underwater. You think this is it. I'm dying. These are the lights that people talk about. And you feel something near you, and you turn and you look. And I just realized there's a mechanic I did not tell Oliver about. I normally have a Shadowland that I will bring people to tell them something that's just for them.
Oh, no, we have a way
I will
around this,
pause.
Birdie.
Oh,
No,
okay.
there's no need to do. We have a thing, so we can all take our headphones off. When you're
Okay.
ready for us to put them back on, give us a double thumbs up.
Okay, alright. If everybody could please de-headphone for me.
Is that me as well, or am I in
No,
the
no,
shadow?
you stay. You stay, Martin. Dave, you can take
yours.
yours. Yeah. So Martin, Maria has given it her best. The cold, though, you could not overcome. It sinks into the body, and you just can't. It literally pulls the breath out of you, and you're just like, "This is how I die." But then you feel something very close to you, and part of you is just like, "Not a fish." And you turn, and it is a humanoid figure. It looks like tentacles have come together to make some type of person. You don't know if you're hallucinating at this point, but the last thing you see are two brightly glowing yellowed eyes that suddenly open and look at you. You are now no longer on the Zeppelin. You are in a completely different world. In this world, you breathe just fine because you don't have human lungs anymore. You now have the ability to make it harder or easier for the rest of the team to leave, as you can influence the kelp now.
Sweet.
And so what's going to happen is they're all going to be rolling for dexterity. They have to get 3 successful dexes to get out.
Okay.
You can have them roll a penalty die at any point in time, once per person.
Okay.
All right. You
So
good?
can I help? Can I help or hinder them, or can I only hinder them?
No,
Or I
you can help or hinder. You can give them a bonus die as well.
Only once, like each. Okay. Like
Yep,
it.
once each. Yep.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Okay.
Love it.
All right, lovelies. Our mouth, so sorry, and you go and you sprint. The whole gang now is focused on getting out. You can see the glow of the doorway. I am going to need dexterity rolls from everybody. Depending on how you roll, determines how many more times you have to roll. Extreme from Ella.
I'm spending the 32 luck. No problem. I'm spending that.
Okay. Where's Archie? Did I miss Archie?
Oh, wait. I was looking at I'm looking at the wrong stat here, and I've removed. How much luck did I use last time? Because I've taken it off my sanity by mistake.
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
It was 10.
Okay.
It was 10. So hang on.
And
So-
I'm gonna use my special thing to help Archibald to make it easy for him.
So I don't have 32 luck, so I'm going to push.
You're gonna push?
I'm going to have to.
You see Di Solano is running, and a thing of kelp reaches out to snatch at him. One has snatched over to Archibald. Archibald, please roll a bonus die. So that is a success. Archie, as you feel this kelp run and hit you, and then all of a sudden it goes slack, and you see that it's been cut somehow. Solano, you're holding this case as another thing comes and grabs you, and you try to get away, and it problem is it has the case as well, and you're unwilling to let go, and it just swirls you up, and you feel yourself being lifted up into the air. And you, wise open, see glass heading straight for you.
Can I try and get out before it gets me into the glass? Can I? Is there anything I can do? Like, can I try and break its hold on me with strength or something? I don't know.
Not with a push, no.
No, because I failed a push roll. I'm fucked. I'm dead.
You go. And the others went in quite seamlessly, quite quietly. However, for you, there is a large crack as the artifact hits the glass, and you are crushed against it. You're taking 2 points of damage as the seaweed is trying to pull you into the aquarium, and you are trapped between the seaweed that's encasing you and the artifact that's not going through the glass.
Okay, so that's good. It didn't pull me in. I might just get out of here yet.
So my other 3, give me another dex roll. Failures all around.
This is where it all goes bad.
Everyone
I would
gets
spend
hit.
11 luck.
Yeah. You're going to spend your luck? Okay. I'll give you
Right.
chances to spend luck. I'll give you chances to push if you like. So Ella is spending her luck.
I'll push.
Archie's going to push.
Chris, you got 11 luck? No.
Is it a dexterity roll?
You
was
got
it?
21 luck,
Dex.
Chris?
Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
do.
Hard success on that dexterity on a push. Archie, you make it to the doorway. Ella, you're like 3 steps behind him. Chris, do you want to push or do you want to spend luck?
I'll just spend the 11.
Okay. So Ella, so you see that Dave's character, he has made it to the doorway. He is on the landing of the stairs. You guys are right behind him. The 3 of you spill into the stairway, but it's just 3 of you. Oliver.
Yep.
You feel this crushing sensation as the seaweed is trying its damnedest to pull you into this aquarium, and that artifact is causing the glass to splinter, but not yet break under the force of it. You can give me a constitution to see if you can kind of like maintain yourself, or a strength to attempt to break it. If you do strength, you will take another hit point of damage.
Okay, I'll take the hit point for that.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him the disadvantage for that, for not helping me before.
I helped
I
you
need you to roll
once already.
penalty.
Nah, I get to doll it out, so
Son of a bitch. I rolled a 2, so it's fine. Haha.
So you get your feet up on the glass and you're starting to push back now to get away so it's not crushing you.
Yeah.
You see a hand, you think, in the water before another thing of seaweed comes and wraps around your leg, but you've gotten yourself into a power position. You're holding that artifact and you're pushing as hard as you can with your legs. You're no longer being crushed. You've pushed yourself away from the glass, but it still has you. My 3 that have made it to the stairwell, what are you doing?
I'm sort of wondering whether to go back and help Giorgio, but I don't want to because he didn't help me when I went back to help Maria. So,
You're only here for the ladies, eh? I knew it.
I will point out to the 3 that are in there that he has the artifact.
That's what I was thinking as well. So,
would we have noticed that it didn't go?
If Giorgio's fell, I'm gonna take the opportunity to seize the artifact.
So he's holding it. So
He's
you
wrapped
look
up.
back in. He's holding it. He's completely encased in seaweed, and he has like his legs against an aquarium, trying to stop the seaweed from pulling him in. And he's just kind of like bear hugging the artifact.
Is there no way for him to drop the artifact? Is it too tight against his body?
He could drop it. The seaweed has him, not the artifact.
Yeah. So. I'm wondering whether the box is obviously what we want,
And not him.
and this. Well,
Not
no,
me.
I'm just.
Cheers, Bruce.
This whole thing started when we spotted where the box was. So I'm wondering the box has got something to do with it. So drop the box. I'm gonna shout out to him, drop the fucking box.
I'll drop the box when he says that. See what happens.
Okay. Drop the box. The seaweeds they still have a handle on you, but now you have your hands free to grab the seaweed back if you like. The box drops, hits the ground.
So I'm gonna run in now and try and grab the box.
Can I try and
Need to
bust
fire
out?
it. Give me a dexterity.
Very nice.
You run through,
Sliding all
grab
the
the
water.
box. You look up. You see Giorgio about maybe 3 feet above you, fighting to not get sucked into this tank.
Mamma mia, you're gonna help me! Please, I'm not gonna get died here. I don't wanna die.
Where's Ernest? At this moment in time.
Behind you.
Can you?
Watch him.
I'm going to shout back and say, can you grab something and attack that vine thing? So whether there's a weapon or a shield or whatever.
I have no wire. I use only the pen. I think you'll be better giving me the artifact than maybe I make it out of here.
No.
Maybe a better idea.
Do not give him
Me
the artifact.
me and my sister need to make sure that it gets back to
that's fine.
its rightful
The artifact's staying
position.
with me for this moment in time.
Well,
As
you're
you're
the one that
having-
has the brawn, you fucking idiot. You fucking
As you're
use
having this
your
back
fucking
and
muscles,
forth.
you fucking dick.
Dave, I'm gonna need another dexterity roll as you stop to have a chat.
Oh, you're on fire, Dave.
Very
Oh, but so's
fun.
Chris, unfortunately.
Well,
Listen,
Dave,
we
you
don't
rolled a
need
hard
to get
success.
I'm gonna make it more difficult for Chris. There you go.
Chris, you need to roll a penalty dice. Ooh, nope. He still has a success. All right.
As I was saying, can you just give me the artifact and you can help the
Nope.
fucking
Nope.
stupid Italian? You're a fucking idiot. I can't fucking do anything. What do you want me to do?
Well, this is not going to make me give you
the.
the box by shouting abuse at me either.
You fucking
You're
idiot.
not
This
having
is a
this
fire. This is an
Why don't you
emergency.
just hit it with the
Fucking.
box then?
Oliver, strength check, please.
Okay.
Fucking know your
As this
English.
Argument
tricks.
is happening beneath you.
I've got 17 luck.
You can spend it.
Okay, I will.
You can spend it. You're maintaining. You're maintaining. You can hear a pop as one of your muscles is not happy with the situation. But you maintain.
Are you gonna help me, man? Stop fighting with the German man. Help me.
My two that are arguing inside of the room with the tentacles. I need you to roll me another dexterity.
Dave's on fire.
I think I smell streusel up there. Hurry.
You're arguing. Chris, you're trying to grab this box from him, and as that's happening, you feel something grip around your thigh, and you're lifted up into the air.
Fucking Englishman, look at me now. I fucking dangle from my waist. I fucking can't do anything. I very
you're
hope
in the
that they
aquarium.
don't need to do a strength fucking check in a minute because my strength is very, very shit.
Because you're a nerd. Chris, you're
Because I'm the
the
one with the
aquarium.
fucking brain that can't fucking fight.
Ella, you see, you don't see Maria at all. Your brother just got sucked into an aquarium. You see that Italian guy trying his hardest not to get sucked into an aquarium.
Brother. Oh. I'll run to the tank and start beating on it with my shoe, I guess.
If I get sucked into the aquarium, it makes a do-do-do-do-do noise.
Ella, give me a strength. Archie, what do you want to do right now?
I'm going to grab something or anything I can to attack these tentacles to get them off Giorgio. If I can help him, I will.
I'll give Elle advantage as well. Because she's
Okay.
back, so you can have advantage.
All right.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Ella, you're hitting it as hard as you can. You look down and just grab some random thing and you hit it, and thank God whatever you grabbed, it was made of metal. You have a little tiny crack in the glass now. I'm gonna say, Archie, I'm gonna need a luck roll to see how quickly you can find something.
Okay.
You're trying to find something specifically for something that's sharp. Okay. So, okay, man, that was a good roll. You're not finding anything right now. Archie and Ella, I need a dexterity roll. Ella, you're smacking away at that thing. You can give me another strength roll if you like. Chris, what are you doing? You're inside of a tank. It's incredibly cold. You can't breathe.
So I'm going to use my intelligence of understanding cold water exposure and underwater long hold breathe techniques from diving books to not fucking die and suffocate.
I thought you were going to say you were going to turn into Aquaman.
That was a lot of that was a lot of words for I tried to hold my breath, Chris.
Yeah, I mean,
very nice.
So,
You
Chris,
remember how to hold your
you
breath?
see Ernest is in the tank. His sister is trying to beat into the glass. She's quite petite. And you understand the more you freak out, the more you struggle, the more oxygen you're going to use up. So you just you bring your arms in and you just try to calm yourself down.
Oh
Archie,
my gosh, he's
dead. Archie, you felt that Dex.
Dead.
Are you going to push it or spend luck on it? Or let it stand?
I haven't got luck to spend. I'll push it. I haven't got luck, but let's push.
Okay, you can push it.
You don't have 2 luck. Hang on, do you not have 2 luck? It's only taken 2.
I've got 8.
There you go, you can spend luck. It's only 2.
Yeah, but I've already rolled.
He failed his push.
Yeah.
Into the tank you go, Archie, with the artifact. You're holding it. Seaweed grabs you. It goes to rip you into a tank. And just like what happened with Di Solano, the artifact hits the glass, doesn't go through, and you are now crushed between the artifact and the seaweed. You're going to take 2 hit points of damage as you're being squished, essentially, between the 2 items. Di Solano, give me a strength, buddy.
I don't want to die. I'm strong. I'll take 3. I'll do 3 luck if it makes a difference for the hard success.
It does. A hard or an extreme.
I can't do the extreme, but I can do the hard.
No, the hard, yeah. You, once again, now you're just like, no, not today. And you bend your legs as if to allow it to bring you into the aquarium. And then you push off as hard as you can, and pop open your arms, and you're able to rip just enough of the seaweed that you fall down to the ground. And you scramble up on all 4s. What do you want to do?
I wanna get the fuck out of here. I don't wanna die today. Fucking the artifact. Fucking the artifact. I'm not gonna die today.
You jet.
Yep.
As you see 2 figures behind glass in the water. You see Ella banging on the glass. Ella, it's not going well right now for you. I also need you to give me a dexterity roll. All right, so you're still not getting snatched up. You can give me another strength. Chris, I'm going to need a constitution roll from you. And Archie, you have the artifact. You're back inside of a tank.
I'm not wrapped up now. I'm not. I'm just in the tank now, am I?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're wrapped up. No, you're correct. You were wrapped up. You were wrapped up. You're being squished between the artifact and the seaweed. What would you like to do?
I'm going to bite down on this fucking tentacle as hard as I can.
Give me a brawl.
Jump.
Yeah. No, you bite hard. You feel something gush into your mouth, and part of your brain just goes, that's not good. But it lets go. And you fall to the ground with a heavy thud.
And then I get up and run as fast as I can to the stairway.
Okay.
What happened to being a hero?
Grab the artifact, man.
Done now.
Okay. My Bauer siblings. You gotta tell me what's gonna happen right now, because Chris has Ernest trapped in this aquarium. Ella, you're gonna need to have another good success for your strength. You'll risk another dex roll.
Yeah.
But, okay. All right. Give it to me.
Fucking A! I'll spend luck.
You got 18.
You gonna spend your luck?
I got 45 left.
Oh, check you
All
out.
right. Spend that luck. And you're just kind of like, no, brother. And you hit it as hard as you can, and it splinters and cracks, and it opens and opens. And you're just like, oh shit, this whole thing's about to break open. And then all of a sudden, you're inside the tank alongside your brother in the water. Because you didn't use an artifact to break open the glass. You used a common item. And so the Bauer twins are both inside of an aquarium.
Well,
Archibald Walters, Giorgio Di Solano, you have run for the stairwell. Do you continue to go?
Yes.
I'm going to turn to Giorgio and say, if we don't get out of here, every time we try and help somebody, even though you've only done it once, someone else ends up in a tank. The brother and sister, almost wanted the artifact more than helping anyone else.
Too
So
much, yeah.
I think we go.
I'm happy to leave them pair of strange Germans to die,
Do
mate.
all
I
that.
never trusted them, pair, to be honest.
Whilst washing my mouth out with water.
That taste is going to come back to haunt you.
I'm not gonna die today, my man. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I think we split.
The two of you, completely soaked, by the way, to the bone, race up the spiral staircase. You're not encountering anybody because everybody's up on the main floor enjoying their dinner. As you run up, you start to hear the music coming back on over the speakers. You start to see the staff with their white pants and their red jackets, and they look at you as you run up, completely soaking wet. And you see one kind of pauses to stop you just to see, like, are you okay? What happened?
You want to take this one, Giorgio? Are we okay?
No, I'm not fucking okay. Look at me. I fall over and I'm taking a piss and I fall over and I get piss all over my trousers, man. I'm not okay. Leave me alone.
Fast dog.
Yeah, fast dog. I'm kidding on. I pissed my pants.
I'm going to hide this box, by the way, as well, if I can. Yeah,
You can like throw your jacket over it.
Jacket, yeah.
It's just large enough that you can throw your jacket over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but they step back and they just go, fully understand, sir. Would you like to come to a private room so we will get you a change of clothing?
Thank you.
And they look over to you,
Grazie.
Archibald, and they look over to Di Solano and they look at you and they're like, you too?
Yes, it happened to me too.
Okay.
What a coincidence.
And they lead you both.
The turbulence. I'm trying to take a
pissed your
piece in the
pants.
turbulence.
They lead you to a private
Italian
boxcar.
man pissed your pants. That's horrible.
In about 30 minutes, you actually land in Easterwald. You're able to get down. And you do see that there are multiple cars here to pick up people. As you're looking around, Di Solano, you see a limousine that has a man sitting outside holding up a sign that just says Di Solano, doesn't have your first name, but you know that a limousine be waiting for you. Archibald, you see another limousine that has a sign that says Plover. Who's maintaining the artifact right now?
Me.
Okay.
Archie's
So-
got it.
All right. You guys are free to get into your own separate limousines. You can get into the same. You can walk off into the distance. You are in Sweden. It is very cold.
Want to stick together?
Let's stick together, yeah, absolutely.
Even though if I get in trouble, I know you won't do anything.
Nobody else is going to believe me what happened back there.
No,
I'm
well,
gonna stick with you, like.
We'll stick together and we're getting into one of the limos.
Yeah.
All right. You both hop in. They verify who you gentlemen are. Archibald, when you say your name is Plover, the driver does look at you a little bit strangely.
Mhm.
As Plover has a British accent. And you have a distinctly American one. But you drive away. For my two survivors, you were brought to a very, very lovely hotel. You're able to take hot showers, get a proper meal because you didn't eat dinner. And you know that Mr. Mueller is going to be arriving very shortly as he was already in country waiting for you to land. Detective Archibald Walters, you now get to meet Mr. Mueller face to face.
Mhm.
Giorgio Di Solano, you get paid $1,200. For my siblings that are trapped in their little aquarium. It is freezing. You have each other, but that really doesn't mean shit when you're about to die. As your vision starts to dim, a new green glow starts to appear, and you're like, am I hallucinating? What's happening? And you feel something behind you. Ella, you turn, and for a split second, your mind just goes, Maria? But the figure there is made out of seaweed, maybe? You're not entirely sure. It looks like a mass of kelp and eels and fish came together to make a humanoid figure.
But like hot, but like hot eels.
Oh, you're still so hot. Like the hotness of the eels. Oh, she has like kelp hair. It's flowing.
Yeah, it's pretty
the eels
good.
are making a dress. That's how you knew it was Maria. Very slim figure, but bright little yellow eyes stare back at you. And then you realize that you are in a different place. And it's okay that you're underwater because you don't need to breathe because you no longer have human lungs. And you turn to see your brother, or the new form of your brother. And you look around your new home. And that is it for Airship. All right, wasn't it TPK? I almost got you.
We survived, Dave. We survived.
I thought I was going to get Dave.
I was panicking over the taste thing when I bit the tentacle.
Oh, we survived, Dave. Well done, mate. Well done. Detective Waters.
Was it Pinkerton Detective?
Yeah, I love it.
You're a Pinkerton and you stole someone's telegram.
Fantastic. That was superb, Birdie.
Yeah, amazing.
Amazing. Really, really, really good. All right, Chris, sit down. We're going to say goodbye to the viewers. Thank you. Birdie, that was fantastic. Thank you very much. Fellow players, thank you for joining me. Chris, thanks for streaming us to Twitch. Dave, thanks for joining us again. Thanks for surviving with me, mate. That was awesome. Martin, thank you for playing. And Brew, thank you for playing. It's great to have you back. It's been far too long. And you got to die in your first game back. What a privilege.
Yeah, this was a phenomenal welcome back. Thank you.
Isn't it?
Brew, next time just leave the guys, okay?
Literally, if it wasn't for my brother, I wouldn't have probably gone back.
Yeah, man. You would have Chris Kidd for a brother. That's all I'm saying. That was absolutely really fun, Birdie. Thank you very much. I look forward to you running your next one because you're definitely coming back to do more.
Yeah, not a problem. Next time we're going to the circus.
Ooh. Stay tuned, viewers.
Scared already.
Stay tuned, viewers. Well, I'll do my thing and then Chris can do his thing then. So, that was Airship of Terror, ladies and gentlemen. I am RxOliver. This is the gang. This was Call of Cthulhu. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you soon. Goodbye.